morning, good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast. I'm your host Wesley, and we are back. Um, Durante is joining us. We think Byron is still on an island somewhere, uh, but we don't actually know. We haven't heard from him today, but I'm sure he's doing fine. But we'll check in on him later. Um, Brent, man, how you living?
Hey man, it's Tuesday, man. We're in the home run stretch of the year now for a lot of people. Next week or so, a lot of people will be off of work for like a week or two. So um, we done finally made it. West Side. I'm doing a whole lot better now that it's not subarctic temperatures outside. Being a popsicle, it ain't fun.
Man, let me tell you. Uh, For those of y'all that don't know that are new to the show, first of all, we appreciate y'all welcoming into the family. Um, we live on the East Coast. We in Virginia, and it's been cold here, and we're not used to that type of cold here because yeah, it's Virginia, and we in the middle of it, and we don't get that cold here. But we done had almost single digit temperatures and stuff, and we've been freezing. And every minute that goes by, I think about my heat and the fact that it's been on and that it's just been running and running and running.
Is this a Black Eyed Peas song? I'm
Man, might as well be. Let me tell you. Dang on shame. I'll tell you that much. Um, but it is what it is. But I tell you what it ain't. It's being cold in my own house in my living room. Cause I didn't turn I turned it off. It's warmer now, so I did turn it off earlier because it was actually starting to get a little warmer in here than I wanted it to be, which is a good thing because they ain't been able to do that those last few days. But I have a fireplace. I mean my entertainment console on that acts as a fireplace, and yeah, it won't working. It won't keeping up either. It was every bit of 63 in here the other day.
Whew.
Yeah, man.
Well, and for those of us, so Wesley has electric heat at home. He's got a new heat pump too, so it's not that the heat pump
Yeah,
is
she
so he's
brand
got a
new. Brand new.
brand new. I have a gas furnace, and I'm here to tell y'all whether you have the problem that Wesley has, which is electric trying to fight to make up the difference, or whether you're like me, where that's not the problem, but the problem is now you hit the dry air in your house. So I've been having to humidify my air in here, which has been fascinating.
Oh,
I
you
have
got a
a
good
cool
idea too. Let me tell you sometimes.
I have a cool humidifier, but in a pinch, I'll break out the ones that got a little heat. And if I'm really feeling real fancy, I'll even get old school and turn on some water on the stove and get some things going if I need to really get that humidity up there. But it is a challenge. And the other thing is, of course, I have to sleep. So I try to get nice things nice and livable, right, before I go to sleep, because I know obviously while I'm sleeping, it's the little cool humidifier is only going to put out so much moisture. So it has been fascinating. You know who's glad that it is nice and cold outside, even though you and I are not.
AEP, the electric company.
The electric company, the gas company, and my cat, because she has not had to go out to her room, but to use the restroom and to come right back in. She's like, hey, you know what? I'm back in here with y'all. I'm laying up. I'm living large.
hey, Mousy said, hey, baby, y'all love me, right? Y'all ain't gonna put me out there, right? Yeah, I'm in the big house tonight. Awesome.
She's living her best. For those of you who are unaware, my cat has a room that is larger than my room. It's a sunroom, and her room is bigger than the master bedroom in the house. Imagine that. And so that's where her restroom is. Now she's normally in here most of the time anyway, but she been really living the high life here lately. She's like, oh, I get to come in here and I can sleep and y'all gonna work. Oh, okay, cool. Y'all still feed me? Yep. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll run ahead to this restroom and come back up in here. And yeah, that'll be that.
For whatever reason, when I came in the living room tonight, my air purifier was going off like crazy. I think some smoke was in the air or something.
Mm.
It was running hard, and it said the air percentage was down in the 80s. So
Oof.
I don't know what that was about. But when I got in here, I was like, well, Let me check and see if there any fires in the area. And there was a fire, but I mean that was like an hour ago, so I don't really know what's in the air. But the particles were in the air, and it did not like it.
Mm.
Let me tell you that right now. So we got all the hazards over here in Virginia, apparently, and I'm not a fan.
Hey, well, hey, I ain't gonna say nothing about a fire for those of you that aren't local. I had a whole propane tank decided wanted to so propane truck delivery
Oh,
vehicle
oh yeah.
tipped over here, and they were rerouting traffic and everything. And for a couple of days they couldn't do anything. They had to let the propane, of course, burn off. But yeah, I thought war had broke out west. I wasn't sure why I kept hearing sirens initially because I didn't know anything about the accident. I just kept hearing sirens for like 10, 20 minutes. I'm like, at this point, they have had to call every emergency response vehicle in like a 50. Now, granted,
And they
once I
did.
understood what happened, once I understood what happened, I understood why they did. But initially, just on inspection, I was like, oh, and at the time I had some company over, and so they're talking, and I'm like, okay, y'all are talking, but I'm more concerned about the fact that it sounds like some sort of operation is occurring down the street from my house. I'm not sure what's happening. But anyway,
We may have a little bit of technical difficulties, but Brand will be back. There he is. He's back.
I'm back almost immediately.
Yes.
Um, but yes, so everyone is safe, thankfully. But definitely some excitement. So fire everywhere, even when you didn't think a place that fire would be.
Yeah, it's been interesting. How far was that from you anyway? I didn't pay attention to where it was actually located. Located.
Right. To give you an idea, they said Leland Drive, but West, it was right in front of Highland Heights. So right on 29.
Oh, okay.
So if I was going southbound, I wouldn't have been able to traverse because that was closed off. And they closed it off up at the top of Wards where Food Line is. So from Lawyers down, you could not come southbound 29. Now you could go northbound, and I don't know where they cut off traffic because they were rerouting some traffic into Rustburg and then 501 to 460. Okay. But there was like one or two little cars that would come northbound. So at some point they kind of strangled that off. And obviously in and around the church, I believe, was kind of tight zone because they wanted to make sure they contained the fire. So yeah, it was interesting for a little bit. I had to go the long way home. I had to go back up the old mountain, as Wes says. So yeah, there was that.
Speaking of that day, speaking of that day, and I kind of told you about this, but I'm gonna bring it back up so you can hear it again, and the listeners can hear this again. So,
Mm. Oh, here we go. Hey, Durante. Well, we'll see with you when you get here. Come on, Wes.
we're gonna get into these sports at some point in time, but I'm gonna tell this story because it's quite interesting. And it may offend some of y'all that like this place, and well, y'all can defend it all you want. It's garbage. Um,
Mm.
Spoiler. Anyways, I was minding my good black business on this day that Brandon's talking about, where there was a traffic issues, there was a propane tank that was turned over and burning on the road, and I said, you know what? Let me peruse the old DoorDash. So I go to peruse the old DoorDash, and what do I see on there? I see Wawa, and I was like, you know what? Everybody's been talking about Wawa. People been talking about Wawas for years, and I ain't never really taking it upon myself to go by one. I've driven by them, I've seen them in quite a few places, and they ain't never really decided to stop. But it was on the DoorDash, and we have one local now, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead on and try some things. And for those of y'all that know me on this show, y'all know that I am what some may say a chicken tender connoisseur. Uh, some people may say I have a child's palate. But those people ain't here right now. Anyways, so I like to gauge a place off of its chicken tenders. So I ordered a chicken tenders. And as a sampler type of situation, I said, well, I don't know how the tenders are gonna be, but they known for their sandwiches too. And I'm scrolling and I see, all right, cheesesteaks. It's like, oh, cheesesteaks. Okay, cool. And they got these little short cheesesteaks, right? So I was like, all right, let me get the steak one and let me get the cheese one. And I think I mean, not cheese, but chicken one. And the chicken one, it's like a chicken chipotle cheesesteak situation. So I'm like, all right, okay, okay, okay. I can't miss with these combinations. This place is known for their sandwiches, and I'm gonna see what these chicken tenders are hitting on. All right, I get everything in a nice and timely manner. It didn't take long to get here. Um, I open up the box that the chicken tenders are in. It's in a nice little box that say Wawa on it. It's white with the red writing on it. It's a decent sized box. I'm like, okay, he might be on to something. The box has a decent little weight to it. Like, well, the tenders aren't small, clearly. I open up the box and I'm greeted to, I don't know what I'm greeted to, y'all. I look at these tenders and they don't look crispy and they look a little flat. But I'm like, well, whatever. I go to pick up one of the chicken tenders and I was right on my initial assessment. It was not crispy. It was floppy. It was all kinds of floppy. I go, I'm like, okay, well, let's see what it tastes like. Y'all, when I bite into this tender, I'm trying to tell you, it okay, think about some chicken tenders that you buy at the store. I don't know, let's just say your local Kroger, your local Food Line. Let's just say your local Walmart, because maybe ain't everybody got those other two stores, but everybody got a Walmart. And you got some frozen tenders that you can pick up, just frozen tender too.
Oh, Meredith is behind. Meredith asked, "Wait, what restaurant are we talking about?" Meredith, we are talking about. I'm not gonna call it this. We're talking about Wawa. I was gonna give them an adjective that they don't need. I'm just gonna say a Wawa. We were talking about Wawa,
Yeah,
Meredith.
yeah. I was
Wesley ordered. Wesley ordered through the people's DoorDash. Is that what you said?
yeah,
DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Yeah, he through DoorDash he ordered Wawa. Okay, Wesley, return to your. I have an investigative question to ask, but I'll wait. I will let
Okay.
you finish your soliloquy on the food presentation as presented by Wawa.
Yeah. So like I said, think about your frozen tenders that you may pick up at the Walmart. And then maybe you don't feel like putting them in the air fryer. Maybe you're not gonna drop them into a little grease or something. And maybe you get a little lazy and you throw them in the microwave. Well, at that point, they're not gonna be crispy. And that's what it seemed like these tenders were. But it seemed like they they use some suspect quality tenders. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Almost like the air fryer versions of certain brands uh chicken tenders.
Mm.
And I was disappointed by that. And then I went to my sandwiches, y'all. And you think that a place is known for their sandwiches, the bread would be light, the bread would be airy, the bread would be nice. Um, it was none of those things, and the meats on the sandwiches, the steaking had no flavor. The chicken was minced and as Durante may say, may have been squirrel knuckles, which I argue with him whenever he says things like this, that would make things more rare, more expensive. But it was very suspect in the taste.
Well,
Of,
hello. How do we? There's plenty of squirrels. I mean,
mm,
you and I may not travel in circles in which we have access to squirrel knuckles, but I mean, bro, there's plenty of squirrels to get the knuckles from. So I disagree with you there. But continue.
all the exoticas and whatnot. But anyway, but yeah, I try these things, and I just it has no flavor, it has no profile. It's just minced. Also, back to the chicken tenders, they also were more so of a minced compact tender, say a chicken nugget, if you will. In my opinion, not great. And I'll say this too, and then I'll stop and I'll let Brant ask his questions, and y'all ask y'all's questions. And man, if I see you about your iced coffee, we'll get to that in a second too. Um, I don't care what nobody say. I'll take anything chicken wise that Burger King's serving up. Burger King's nuggets, Burger King's chicken fries, any of the chicken products at the great Burger King, I will gladly take over
My
what I was
goodness.
served from the Wawa. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the people that have suggested Wawa in the past, have big up the
Mm,
Wawas in the past. But
mm,
Meredith says she likes their iced coffee, but she's never had their food. Hey Meredith,
mm.
I don't know if you ever want to peruse this place. I'm not saying don't go try it because that would be bad of me. Try it for yourself. I'm just giving you my opinion. But Brent, what you got for me?
Well, I wanted to ask, and I didn't ask this question when we had this initial conversation, but
Mm-hmm.
as we were talking about it tonight, it was something that dawned on me. Well, one, I'm gonna make a joke. It's a joke because this has no bearing on the food, but I say I had to set that up because I know you sometimes you take things very literally, so I want to. The food got scared because it thought the propane was gonna blow up all of 29, so it was just frightened. What flavor that could have been there probably ran out the stuff, but that's neither here nor there. I was gonna ask you on a serious note when
Yeah.
you opened the box of tenders,
Mm-hmm.
um, was there any condensation? I asked you were they warm, and you said
Oh,
they
they were
were
hot.
warm. They
Yeah, they
were
were hot.
hot. They were hot. Was there any condensation inside of the container? They and I'm not taking it for wild. I'm just trying to understand were they flimsy flamsy the whole time, or if perhaps the moisture content inside the container might have made them a little softer than they would have otherwise had been.
I don't I don't recall
Okay.
there being moisture,
Okay.
but I
Mm,
mean, I don't recall either, to be honest with you. But no,
okay.
Brent, I'll be honest with you. When you
Mm,
looked at the tenders themselves, like I said, I put a tender or two in a microwave before
mm-hmm.
out of being hungry before. And once again, these tenders have always come out better than these when I've done this. But I put a tender in the microwave or two before, and sometimes depending on the makeup of the tender, you sometimes get uh telltale markings on the tenders. So I put it this way to you.
I
If
know what
you
you mean.
if you take some tenders and they're next to each other and they'll get like a little bit of burntness on them, and it's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
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 Well,
Yes.
these tenders to me had that look and of I've put these next to each other and they've got this. I had to unstick them and they kind of sort of that sear to each other a little bit. You see what I'm
That
saying?
is that is diabolical because in essence, and correct me if my interpretation is wrong.
Mm,
We'll get to the quality of it in a moment as far as the innards of said tender, but
yeah, 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 yeah.
pinning that for a moment. What you're telling me, Wesley, is that somebody, if they did it, I mean, they allegedly fried them. I don't know. But
Maybe.
if they did not, if they did not, if they did in fact microwave them, as potentially that could have happened. What you're telling me is the person that ran the microwave at Wawa had no business being near a microwave. Because again, the first rule of microwaving, like, and I think almost everyone has probably warmed chicken nuggets at some point in their life, like whether it's for the, or tenders, whether it's for themselves, for their kids. You've warmed like I've microwaved chicken nuggets, chicken tenders,
Oh yeah,
chicken bite.
that
I'm
microwave
just
stuff.
trying to I'm just trying to figure out. You know, they stick together if they were because they're cold and they're frozen. And if you don't, I mean, they should be free. But if they're not free and you don't move them free, you're going to get what Wesley described earlier with the stickage, right? And so normally if I'm going to do that, I space them. I space them evenly out so as they make their little way around and around the microwave, none of them stick. I try to avoid that because I at least want the idea in my mind when I'm doing this at home that I have, nuggets the way I would have nuggets if I went to a restaurant or tenders like I would go to a restaurant. So what you're telling me in essence, Wes, is the person that's working at Wawa.
Grant will be back shortly. But yes, to answer his question, absolutely. Answer his question, yeah, they had a situation of microwave malpractice, if you will.
Mm, mm, mm.
um, I just I just expected more, but for all the people that put down Sheets, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sheets beat them 20. She all of both of them both in 24/7. Sheets is
Yep.
beating them 24/7. I'll tell you that right now. I can go to Sheets right now and get some chicken tenders, and they normally gonna always come the same and be of the same quality, and they've been dropped into some grease. They ain't the most healthy for you, but they gonna taste how they taste. They ain't gonna they gonna have some chicken meat in there. They're not gonna be like minced up and all that stuff. It's gonna be decent. As far as us being a two man, I don't know what type of team we are at this point. It's just Brent and myself at this moment. Durante said he gonna be here. He gonna be late. We don't know. Byron is we don't know. So there's a bunch of we don't know tonight. But Brent and I said we gonna run it because Brent now already hyped up for some early activities that we had to deal with at work. So
Bro,
we
made my
ready to
whole
go tonight.
afternoon. That made my whole afternoon. That made my whole afternoon.
Man, tomfoolery. Don't
Yeah,
call me
yeah.
a lie out here in these streets. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So we here, and I even took a nap. I took a nap and everything. Yeah, here's his bald head around here somewhere. We don't know. He might be shining it up for the show for all we know. He might be polishing that thing up. I don't know. But he'll pop in at
Well,
some point.
well, no, I tell you what's finna happen, Meredith. We all in trouble. This
Mhm.
man finna come in here decked out in a full eagle suit. He gonna look like Hawkman, but he gonna be Eagle Man. He finna come
Look,
in here
look, look,
strapped to
look,
the
look, look.
teeth.
I'm gonna turn this whole show off. This man coming here with that hat that Gilly be wearing. I tell you that right now. I'm just
Oh, you think about a hat, bro. I know you don't know. You know you don't watch superhero movies. For those of you that watch, he gonna come in here like Hawkman. So he gonna be chest naked, but he gonna have wings, and it's gonna be Philadelphia green. They gonna be that Kelly green, and he might do retro green on us. He gonna be decked out, but he gonna be chest naked with a mace and a Philadelphia logo on that thing. They back, and the crazy part about it is my team is hot garbage. I know we ain't got to that yet. We just referencing Durante. Oh, and Meredith, also, since this right now is just a two-man game, I'm gonna tell you not to do what Peter Griffin says to do on Family Guy. Don't change the channel. There's not the clicker. I know they tell you don't watch the Meg episodes. This could be a Meg episode. Just stay with us. We appreciate you. And for the rest of you, and not just Meredith, I know she's the one commenting, please stay with us. Oh, I see our number just moved up a little bit. So we appreciate that. Stay with us. Invite your friends if you haven't already. Comment. We love to interact with y'all. Since right now it's just two of us, share. Let your people know. Let them know. Hey, listen, there's some entertainment happening on here. And Wesley's about to get back into this horrendous Wawa experience he had. We've only so far talked about the tenders. We've briefly touched the steak and the chicken. The chicken, I have wrote a note here: squirrel knuckles. I have that written here in my notes. So the steak had no flavor. Now let's talk about the steak's flavor profile. I mean, beyond texture profile, not flavor. There's no flavor. What kind of texture was it? At least like if it had seasoning, would it have been good?
probably not. No, actually, it would still been terrible. Probably maybe because it didn't seem all that well put together. I think seasoning could have helped it because then the steak would have had some type of flavor to it. But I don't know what could have helped it. Because I mean, here's the thing: you get your cheese steak. I'm not the biggest bread person on the planet. Y'all know that. I don't really do bread like that. But if I'm gonna get a cheesesteak, I want the meat to get absorbed into the bread, the cheese. Yeah. I do sweet pepper. I do green peppers or sweet peppers with onions. Also, they didn't cook their onions either. But I do sweet peppers and I do
Oh,
onions.
stop,
Uh-huh.
stop, stop, stop. You ain't gonna say that like you just didn't say what you said at Speed on Pet. They had like sliced onions, like would be on like a Whopper.
Yeah, well, they were a little thinner, but yes, white onions. They were nowhere near
Oh,
translucent as to make the appearance that they were cooked on the grill. Yeah.
hold on. First off, my heart is hurt because this man, you said translucent. First off, I'm gonna feel it cheap. I'm looking for caramelization. That's one. My heart is hurt. Wes,
Mhm.
I'm hurt for you. I'm hurt for your stomach. I'm hurt for your wallet. What did
Yeah.
you, Wawa, do better? I was already not keen. I've been to Wawa, so to Meredith's point, I've been there. Now, I haven't sampled the coffee, but I have bought the normal things you can buy at a convenience store, right? So I bought, like bottled drinks. I've bought snack type items, but I haven't bought anything that they make in store. So I have, been to the People's Wawa. I've actually been to two. The one in Florida actually looked like it was nice. The one over here appears to be nice, at least the first visit. The second visit, I told Wes, it like he had been here a while, and that's kind of saying something because I was only on vacation for a week, so I went like shortly before I went on vacation, and then I came back, and when I came back, even the people inside the staff who just recently started working at this establishment, even they looked like they had been there a while. So I don't know what happened to them, but this is the same location in which Wesley ordered his food from. So yeah, Wes, I think this is just a suggestion. And for folks in the comments, who, if you have tried Wawa, please let us know. They're made to order food specifically. I feel like we need to try a different location. Because you're not telling me they gave you a Philly cheesesteak and they just had some the people's wild sliced diced onions on there. That's just crazy work to me. Well, if they white, that's just this crazy work.
Oh, they were white and crunchy. So they were whole, just cut up onions. That's what I'm saying. They had no translucentness to them. There was no cookness to them. There was no mingling of flavors with your steak. None of that. I was disappointed. I know I could have done better at Sheets again because they got good peppers and onions.
Was the steak at least moist? I'm trying to figure out why the bread, even though you're not a bread person, I'm trying to figure out why the bread didn't have nothing to latch on to.
No, I think it was dry too. I'm pretty sure it was dry too. I think I could have done better. I could have done better with Subway. And they meat come out a little tub, but
Not the meat come out the little tub, Wes. That's terrible. I mean, it do. I know it do.
I'm just saying, man. You see that stuff coming out the little tub, and you ain't seen no grill up in Subway. But I tell you,
hold on. I can heat them though. I can put them in that toasting machine.
Yeah, they put them in the toaster thing and run it through there. Yeah, you can do that. But I'm saying you ain't never seen no griddle, no nothing up in Subway. But I tell you right now, I've had a better steak and cheese experience from Subway, and I've had at this. And I don't know what they meant by Chipotle on that chicken sandwich. You know what? It was disappointing. But let's get into these sports real quick because it was a bad experience, and I'm gonna try another one. But yeah, anywho, so we've been asked to elaborate our sports a little bit and not just talk about our teams. So we're gonna get started with this right here. The Ravens beat the brakes off the Bengals. It was disrespectful, but Derrick Henry didn't do anything for me in fantasy, Brandon. I know he didn't do a lot for you in fantasy either. But yeah.
Well, first off, oh well. Before we get in that, before we close up, I see a comment popped up.
No, so I'm gonna read this. Let's go back to that. We'll go back to that later, bro. Let's go back to that later.
Okay.
We love to dig into our food, but we'll dig into that in a minute.
I'm gonna just tell everybody a hot take at home, and I know Wes gonna say, well, some of it is the way that they utilize them because they were doing for some dumb reason. You have one of the greatest running backs of all time, a top 10 running back all time.
Yeah.
For some reason, you running the ball by committee. I don't understand. Listen, and ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear. I understand that there will be times where your star running back will need a break. He'll need to catch his wind. He needs to rest, not take all of them hits. I get that. I also understand that Baltimore is attempting to claw out of a hole and somehow scratch and claw their way to the playoffs. Okay, I understand that. Here's my problem. Derrick Henry has played this season like he was Eric Henry. I don't know Eric Henry. I used to know Derrick Henry. And they can tell me what they want about he got to 100 yards.
He did.
This here don't make no kind of sense. And the Baltimore Ravens were more successful as a team. And I know Lamar was hurt this year. I understand that. I would challenge anyone. Go back and look at the stats from last year and the amount of carries Derrick Henry had last year versus this year. And that's the key reason why I know y'all got a terrible offensive lineman. I seen him. I understand that's part of the problem. Y'all can't run the ball to some extent. First off, whoever and I know you got some injuries. whoever didn't find a dude that could just play. If Phillip Rivers, I know it's different position, but if Phillip Rivers could be dusted off and brought back to play, this man went from coaching high school to practice squad and starter for a team all in a week's time. All in a week's time. You can't tell me y'all couldn't convince some offensive lineman, even if you didn't find one in the league that was a current active free agent, you can't tell me y'all couldn't find somebody to get up and help y'all block. There's Derrick Henry running the ball makes Lamar not have to do quite as much with the ball, which typically means the Ravens are more successful. The other piece is this. No offense to the Ravens. Your defense is trash. Trash. I know y'all beat the brakes off the Bengals. That's Macaulay Culkin and the nobodies right now. T. Higgins didn't even play, so he didn't have but one dude to really throw the ball to. Y'all could just key on him. Your defense is so bad, you need a good run game because that keeps the defense off the field. So what little good they could do, and I know they played better this week, but again, what a little good they could do, they're not required to be on the field quite as long because the offense is actually having sustained drives. All that being said, Derrick Henry, I don't know if you're a king or not anymore. Your crown done lost its shine a little bit to me, brother. Now, Ravens, I hope that y'all continue to do some things. I like to see what y'all do when y'all get the buzz, but I'm going to be honest. Y'all do this play calling and this stuff like y'all probably not going very far. You're going further than the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't going nowhere, but you're probably not going very far. Okay?
But yeah, y'all. So for those of y'all that don't know, what Brand was talking about by the running back committee, Derrick Henry did have 100 yards. He broke 100 yards even on 11 carries. Keaton Mitchell had 8 carries for 66 yards. So that was their committee situation that they had going on. And they were rotating them in and out. And Derrick Henry just didn't do much in the first half at all. Most of his damage came in the second half of the game. At that point, the Ravens were up and, the Bengals were down. And as Brent said, Macaulay Culkin at that point was getting beat up for all his previous sins to the sticky bandits or the wet bandits. What were they? Wet bandits, sticky bandits? I think they were both.
They were both. Well, at one point they was electrocuted, tarred, and feathered, but that ain't my business.
Hey, then they were making Macaulay Culkin pay for all his previous sins. They was on him, boy. They was getting down on him. And they won't getting down on him. They was making him pay by intercept. They was putting it on him. So yeah, the Ravens beat up on the Bengals, so that was interesting. Let's see what else we got here that followed that. We had we'll skip that for now. We had the Texans beat up on the Cardinals. That was just disrespectful. They beat them 40-20. There's a lot of blowouts There's a lot of blowouts this weekend, by the way.
What's that, 7 in a row for Houston? They cooking.
Yeah, CJ Stroud seemed to refound himself, which is good. It's good he refound himself at this time of the year because he definitely looked a little lost. But
I tell you what, you have a guy. Look, let the dude that replace you at the job temporarily, let him come out there and get a couple wins on you. All of a sudden, you get to talking and walking right.
Yeah. It worked out well. But yeah. The Texas beat the brakes off the Cardinals. For those of y'all that care, and some of y'all do, some of y'all bandwagon fans, and y'all just gonna jump off the bandwagon. But anyway, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs have been eliminated from playoff contention at this point, and they also lost Mahomes to a pretty bad ACL injury. So that's quite unfortunate. I know Brand is not excited about the injury, but is very excited about the Chiefs not being in the playoffs. So
I just wanted something different, y'all. Now I didn't. Pat didn't need to get hurt.
He didn't need to get hurt.
He didn't need to get hurt. But also, I told Wes, and I know Wes was saying, "Hey, listen, it was a 1-score game, and Pat was still in the game." I was like, "There's 20 seconds left, Pat. Hey, if we ain't done it by now, we shut this thing down. We run it back next year."
It was more time than that left when he got hurt. Because Gardner Minshew had time to come in there and act the fool and hit Travis Kelce a couple times and then throw an interception. I think it was like 2 minutes.
West. They real hope when 15 went down. They real hope, and that's no offense to Gardner Minshew. I know he's in the NFL. I understand that. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why, and Gardner at one point temporarily was a starter. There's a reason why that man is a second string guy, and there's no slight to him. I mean, I'm just saying because he's certainly doing better than I am. I'm not playing quarterback in the NFL on any capacity. That being said, um, even if they had managed to win, West, no offense to Gardner Minshew,
Oh yeah, it was over.
it was over. This dude was not going to be able to do what needed to be done to get them in. And even if they got in, he's no Patty Mahomes. So that's the problem with it. But yeah, no, yeah, Kansas City's gone. So hey, there will be a new champion of the AFC, which I'll take this one, Wes. For those of you who might be interested, new dad to be Josh Allen, okay, and his tight end, who is also a new father, okay. They went ham in New England. Now they started out slow because apparently Buffalo's offense don't show up to the second half. But Patrick Mahomes. Let's see. Look, Westfield brought him up. Now he's stuck. One Josh Allen, even though he was sick on the sideline with them sympathetic pregnancy symptoms, okay, he managed to go out there and beat at that point in time the number one seed in the AFC, and they went over there and stolen people's cookies over in Gillette.
So to explain what Brent's talking about, the Bills beat the Patriots 35-31, but that score doesn't really tell the story because Brent stated the Patriots they goose egged the Bills for quite some time in this game. Correct. And then all of a sudden, Josh Allen said, "Not today. I finna be Tom Brady," and just pull everything back and just beat the brakes off my opponent and win by the slightest margin that doesn't really tell the story. But yeah, the Bills beat the Patriots, so they working on retaking the AFC East. Following that, my Jets got the brakes beat off us by the Jaguars. As unfortunate as that sounds, that did occur. They had Trevor Lawrence looking like he is the best quarterback in the NFL, which he is not, but it looked like it in that moment on that field at that time. So, yeah, my Jets, we still ain't what's saying hitting on that. We fired our defensive coordinator. Why I don't know. We literally let our best player go.
I want to fire mine. I don't listen. I need that kind of that kind of action in my life.
You've been wanting to fire that man for a long time. I mean, what do you think about it, man? Why do you fire somebody when you literally you and you same thing with your defensive coordinator? I mean, why you want to fire somebody, but you literally took their best talents away?
It wouldn't have mattered if that talent was on the field, Wes. They could have. It's the play calling for us. It's because I mean, now there are some position players like Kenneth Murray. Count your days, because if I see you in public, I ain't gonna harm you. Well, not with hands, but I'm gonna harm you with some words. I ain't never seen in all my The only player worse than him is that lineman from Baltimore. I'm telling you, bro. I watched play after play. Okay, the ball it's a run, right? So okay, he's a linebacker. For those of you who don't know the position, this man plays linebacker. He's an interior linebacker. So the ball is snapped. The ball is handed off to the running back. Now, as an interior linebacker, you know your job is okay. If they don't bottle this dude up at the line, it is my job to step in the gap and finish the job. I cannot let this man get past me. And certainly if we're in the red zone, I can't let him because that means he's gonna score. I watched this man on different plays just run the other way. If the ball was coming down the A gap, the man was outside the daggone guards, bro. He outside the tackles. He over here where the tight ends at. I'm like, why are you running away from the ball? You're a defender. You're supposed to run to the ball. Ball is snapped. He looking, and here's the other part. It'd be one thing, okay, he looking to the sideline for some adjustment. He talking to another player for some adjustment, something they keying on defense, they communicating. That'd be one thing. No. My man looking at the quarterback. He watches the quarterback hand the ball to the running back. It ain't got to be okay, is it a pass? Is it a run? No, we know it's a handoff. We see it now. I'm going the other way. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, arguably the worst. But, yes. I just feel like I don't even know, Wes. I don't even know.
I get it. You upset about and want to fire the man, but I don't think you should be firing people if you literally getting rid of the talent in which he was counting on and wanting to utilize. Granted, I don't think we utilized our talent the best ways that we could have. But they didn't fire the man. He fired now. He out of here, even though Aaron Glenn said, I'm not going to fire him. And then till the next morning. I guess he had a dream and woke up and said, "Nah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna fire you."
Either that, or they told Eric Glenn, "Either you either fire that cat or we fire you." And Glenn said, "Hey man, listen,
Yeah, I had to make a business decision, man. You gotta
hey,
go to
you gotta
to
go."
to. I don't know, but anywho's coming on down. The Commanders beat the Giants, and officially, the Commanders have shut down Daniels for the rest of the season. So you got Mariota to ride that out. Commanders fans, um, Brand, what you got to say about your NFC East people?
I just got one thing: Commanders defense. You all failed me in the worst kind of way. Because all I needed y'all to do was not let Jackson Dart, even though I know, yes, you wanted to get that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Fantasy
In the
matters.
first, it fantasy matters. I shouldn't say that part. Listen, there are more important concrete things in life that I'm trying to get. Okay. I knew my team was trash. I had no hope for there. Okay. And I'm about sick of the players. I minimize the number of Cowboys players I have. I'm sick of the ones I got. If it was, I'm just here to tell y'all, I'm sick of them too. They don't show up when I need them to show up. All that being said, I just need y'all to understand and know, okay? I'm trying to win in this fantasy, okay? And they let Jackson Dart go ham in the second half. My man was fighting for his life, but he was dotting them up. It don't make sense, Wes. The man
Mhm.
at halftime, the man had about 5 points. The man ended the game with 27. Listen, the man went 20 for 36, 246, two tutties. And he rushed for like 60 some yards on the ground. Listen,
He's running
I
on
don't
him.
I don't understand. Y'all ain't got nothing to play for but pride. And while y'all won this game, you know, by like a touchdown roughly, okay. Where was your pride? What happened at halftime? Because I know the interim head coach did go in there and just come up with, y'all quit, didn't you? Y'all say, hey, we got it. Don't worry about
They
it.
said we got it. Don't worry about it. They get close, we'll tighten up, but it's okay. But shout out them. The Browns did. I mean, the Bears dismantled the Browns, beat them 31-3 in a disrespectful whooping in the cold. Yeah, I guess all the people that was out here propping up Shadur, they're gonna have to find another reason to be mad at the Browns. Not that I'm defending the Browns at all because they are malpractice at best. But some folks seem to thought Shadur was the next best thing, and he still might be, but some people giving him way more credit than he needs to be as a rookie. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. But anyway, yeah, the Bears beat the Browns down bad, man. It was not a pretty game. Yeah, they had Caleb Williams out here wheeling and dealing.
Mm. Well, Wes, I wanted to ask you: had you heard about the controversy about the wristband and the play calls for the day?
Yeah, I tell you, this team. When I tell you they are the definition of the can't get right, they can't do nothing correct at all. Like I'm telling you, it's like they are doing everything wrong as possible.
Mm. Mm.
As it's malpractice. The team is malpractice. I feel like you could substitute in a good number of these college teams, and they would have better operations than the Browns at this point.
Oh my!
Not
You're
great.
not wrong.
But minus the
You're
dude
not
from
wrong.
Michigan. Well, he might, but then he also be chasing around the women, so that's a whole nother
Oh
problem. But
well, I'd
whew,
argue every SEC school would outdo them. Every SEC school.
yeah. Speaking, but it's back to the dude from Michigan, man. What are your thoughts on my man? My man's out here in these streets. Because he was out here in these streets. This is about all I can tell you. Woo.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Mm, mm.
You got okay. Take away the coaching job for a moment. Take away the fact that you got gifted one of the blue blood college jobs. Take that out for a moment.
On TV crying and stuff.
Listen, take that out for a moment. You hmm. And you were part of a team that had a scandal that really should have impacted y'all in a way that it didn't. So you kind of got by a little bit on that too.
which is how
But
you
that
got the job.
which is how you got the job. But that's neither here nor there for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to you man to man,
Go
okay?
on, get him,
Because
man. Go on, get him.
I'm trying to understand. You got, I'm not saying it's not a challenging job, certainly it's challenging. You got a wife, you got kids. So you don't won at the at home game of life a little bit. You are the head coach of one of the most premier institutions, as particularly in the sport you're coaching for college football. Okay. Um, you got gifted the job, all that stuff I said before, and you decided, and I'm not gonna make it about the race. I know some people have dabbled in that. That doesn't matter to me because she could be whatever, and it would. You decided to play with your life, okay? And I get it. I don't know your interpersonal relationship at home with your wife, so and I get it. Everybody's marriage is a little different. You decided to play with your life, with your career. You built a career, right? You've reached. I mean, you yourself individually haven't, but you've been in the mountaintop with this unit, okay, with this team. You have an opportunity to go back to the mountain at some point, okay, if you do the right things. And you decide this is the grand opportunity to go and break all sorts of codes. You cheat on your wife. You are fraternizing with an employee. You're fraternizing with an employee where there is an age difference. So there is like several layers of opportunity for you to manipulate and influence, and you do all of that and mess up your own personal life and your job. Oh, and then if that wasn't enough, after you got fired, you were stupid enough to have to get pulled over by the cops. I just don't understand how a person could just say, you know what? My life ain't nothing. I'm just gonna blow it up. The people that depend on me, they ain't nothing. I can understand how an individual says, hey, I'm feeling whatever way. I always have to kind of be like, but what about your kids? What about your wife? Why did you have to just blow up, everything? So Wes, I listen. The man got what he deserved. That's the only thing I come over. I don't know how, and let this be a lesson to the other gentlemen out there that are prominent sports figures, whether you are an athlete, whether you're a coach, a general manager, whatever the case may be. Your actions impact more than just your organization and the job. There's a whole bunch of people at home looking at you. Some of them little. You're setting an example for them. Okay. I understand not every relationship is going to survive. I get that. I would love that if it did, you know, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of things happen, a lot of dynamics that move. Um, but don't waste an opportunity and in the process destroy your family, ruin your good name up to this point, and be left with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I get that there you come up on some hard times. Make better decisions, my brothers.
Well,
We can do better.
so I don't think the age gap was as large as because there's a couple places saying she like 30 something. So it ain't as large as initially thought. I don't think.
Okay, fair enough.
But at the same time, my man definitely had his own family situation. This is according to people. They said she was about 30 something, or whatever. But yeah, he promoted her from the job that she had to the job that she got, and then allegedly after he then got fired and all these things, he showed up at old girl's house and then he got these charges on his hands. So let alone he now at this point he might be messing with his own freedom. I mean, he already ain't gonna be free in his own house, but he might not be free to walk these streets. So that's quite unfortunate. But in other news, Devontae has arrived. The Eagle has landed.
What's good?
Oh man, you tell us, man. You tell us, man. We were going through the scores, and I say this one for you. So I went ahead and skipped them early. The Eagles beat the brakes off the Raiders 31-0. In the comeback of the Eagles, Jalen Hurts was out here in these streets wheeling and dealing. The defense is wheeling and dealing. Talk to us about the Eagles, man.
They play the NFL team, and they play football.
They did play in the NFL. Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
play the NFL team. They make millions to play football. So Raiders, haters,
Man,
you
what
just
is
play
your
football.
analysis of the game? How you
You
feel
know,
about the game? I don't how you feel? I don't worry about the haters that have been giving you a hard time. One of which I was not, by the way. But
we
how do
know
you feel about the
you
game?
made sure to put that out there. No, I know when you're trolling, you made sure to put that out there. Yeah, they look good, didn't they? I was like, this motherfucker here, bro. I ain't got time for this shit.
Mm.
Cause you part of the problem.
Why? Why?
You
Why?
part of the
Me? Why am I
you
part
part
of
of
the
the
problem?
problem. Yes. You just breathe sometimes and get on the side of the haters. So you part of the problem.
Yeah, come on, son.
You part of the problem. Yeah, look, y'all beat the Raiders. Good job. Yes, it
I mean,
is. You know why?
why?
Because Widow went out
Why
there.
are you so? Why are you so
Shut
sensitive
up,
right
shut
now?
up, shut up,
What's
shut up.
happening?
Because if you would have went out there and lost, you know what I would hear? Y'all lost to the Raiders? Oh, y'all trash. Like that's all I would have heard. So that's why I said we beat an NFL team. Simple as that.
Why are you so defensive?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm just stating what I know you wanted to really say. I mean, you beat the Raiders. Good job. But
I can't believe that you accusing me of this
you
on
hear
this.
this shit, y'all. This is why Brent,
Wait,
thank you. Brent even read through that shit. Don't
wait, hold on, Wes. Why you?
Grant been here with me this whole time, and I've been giving an analysis of all these teams, and I've been talking the
Hold,
same way about everybody.
hold on. I'm trying to figure out Wes. Why are you clutching your proverbial pearls? Because you said, "Oh me," you feigned offense. You like, "Oh me."
I'm
Why
like,
would you
I ain't done
think?
nothing. Man. I've been being a great person today, and I gave him big ups after they won. I don't know what
I
this
said
man wants from me.
I like how you said that though. Durante, go with me for a moment. I like how you said that today. See,
Oh,
but that's
absolutely,
okay.
just today. Oh, for sure, just today.
Hey, Durante, you can't
again.
make it up. Well, I just say this, Durante. I'm gonna tell you something that made me laugh, and then I thought it might be something to it. Let me tell you what I heard on the people's internet. Right, this gonna make you feel good if it's the case. I hope Philly wouldn't do this, but stranger things that happen in the NFL is entertainment, as Byron likes to remind us. Um, I heard through the grapevine, the NFC East is hard knocks. The second half of the season is hard
Yeah.
knocks, and so I had seen a thing on social media that said, "What if, in order to make, because Philly at that point was running away with the division, right? They just were, okay. They're like, well, by the time we get ready to start, no one's gonna watch Hard Knocks if there's nothing for Philly to compete for, because at this point, they will have locked up their division. They know they're going to the playoffs, and while they could jockey for first or second seeding don't really matter if Philly is that team, right? So they're not really worried about that. They said, so you had to drum up. You had to drum up. And when I go back and think about the way some of the games transpired and the play calls and I mean, there's some 50-50 plays. Okay, I got that. But you go back and think of some of the games we watched, Durante, and I ain't saying Philly fixed it because I don't believe that. But if they did fix it and they did regular Philly, and that means they back, this would be hilarious. They're gonna
I
torch. Because
said
think about
this,
the
bro.
tape. Think about the tape. Oh my
I said
God.
this. I was like, no, I sat here and said a couple episodes ago. I was like, maybe it's because watch this. Look, Brent, look, bro. Like
Hold
people
on, is he
don't,
going in the
bro.
booth? He don't put the hood on. What's happening?
No, people don't be seeing this, and they don't wonder what I mean to this motherfucker because of shit like this. Like I know he's being sarcastic, and y'all probably like, Wes being nice. No, the fuck he's not, bro. I know this shit. I said this probably like at the like middle of the season. I was like, Hard Knocks is an NFC East. So what if they're like sprucing up some drama and shit like that just to have things going, and then Philly come out nowhere like, gotcha, bitch. I don't know. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I'm going week by week because somebody told me I should be happy when my team is playing right. So I'm playing. I'm happy that my team is playing right, and they play the NFL team. Simple as that. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
I got one more
That's all
follow
I'm saying.
statement before the black Unabomber says something to us.
Fuck that nigga.
I got one more thing to go with. The crazy part gonna be Durante, and I don't know this is gonna happen because I got to see which unit come out. Maybe there really was some stuff happening with the play calling, and it's a real thing, right? But Durante, if y'all come out here and not when y'all play Buffalo, because Buffalo is gonna be the game for me that really, because because it's the Commanders. But I'm not saying it's a division game. So even if that happened, I can see that because the division plays different. It's weird.
Yeah.
Y'all come out here and walk the dog on Buffalo. I'm gonna know something. That's all I got to say. Hey. It was nice, LA. It was nice. Y'all thought y'all was living large and then try. Hey, Seattle, go on, cancel. If they come out here and walk the dog on Josh Allen, them, it's a wrap. And the crazy part, Durante, is if what we said is true, if this little theory works out, Wes gonna say I'm an NFC East guy again here. I'll live with that moniker. If for some reason
I
this
don't
team
listen
actually
to people
offensively
that
can
don't
fire,
watch football.
there ain't no tape on what the offense can actually effing do, which means when they get to the playoffs, they're like, hey, all the tape, y'all got bad tape. Every bit of that bad tape.
All the tape y'all got is just there at this point.
It's just
I don't know what to
there.
tell you. But I mean, like I said, I just don't like the whole, y'all be the team that's bottom, 20, 25. I'm just like, bro, it's an NFL team. Y'all saw, no offense, I don't know if Marion chat or not, but I mean, everybody had the Panthers down against Dallas, had Panthers down against Green Bay, had Panthers down against the Rams. Like, they beat teams that on paper should win because it's paper.
Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry. We'll get to that in a minute. We get to that in a minute.
Hey, Brent? No. Brent, what did you just say? What did you just say? Division games are sometimes weird.
They weird. You get up for them. I don't understand.
Hey, all I'm saying is teams out here that some people get jealous about, and they just wish their team had a fighting chance, but their team is having a fighting chance for draft picks. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I get it. I get it. I do. But hey, good game, great job, man. Guys played well. Came all there and played the NFL team.
I'm you gotta stop saying
that. There's a lot of things you gotta stop saying, but we don't.
Hold on, but wait.
It sounds worse and worse every time you say it.
Why does it sound worse and worse?
Why is it worse?
Every time you say it, you just sounds like, yeah, we beat somebody that is classified as an NFL team, but we don't really know if they are.
The same goes for you. Like, that's what we're saying. Like, why can't we just leave it at that? Like, I don't understand. This is why, y'all, again, this is why I said I didn't give a fuck. This man came in my DL trying to be funny. Like, yeah, y'all won. I knew the fuck he was trolling.
I wasn't trying to be funny at the time at all.
All right.
I was just saying y'all won, man.
This has been the Express About Nothing podcast.
It was a good complete game y'all played, from top to bottom, It was good. But then y'all now you and Brand out here telling fairy tales and making movie stories out here in these streets, and I don't know where y'all come from with this.
Well, first off,
taking for hard knocks. Well, maybe that's why y'all had the friendly bunny or the whatever the bunny that was there for a week.
Right, Wes. There's a lot of weird things. Hello, Wes. You know the crazy part about it?
Mm-hmm.
You could make the case, not to be political, but if you think about the way things are in real life, you could make the case if someone told you certain things would be certain ways, 15 years ago, you say that's preposterous. Why would anyone and anything do? And then you'd be like, sometimes what's the truth? It really do be stranger than fiction, bro.
I mean, I don't know. I don't disagree with you on that. I don't disagree with you on that. But
I just,
y'all got me with that one. Y'all. Woo! But anyways, shout out to the Eagles and Durante, who just so sensitive about his team that ain't nobody even done nothing diabolical to him. I was just congratulating the man. But anyway, next on the list, we were just
even when he say he not. Even
we were just talking about the Panthers and the Saints, and the Saints scraped by and beat the Panthers 20-17 for those of y'all that care about that.
Well, and Meredith, I want to give you a little. It doesn't make you feel better, but I want to give you a little balming salve.
No,
let us remember that the Saints also beat Tampa Bay the week before. We didn't talk about it on the show, but the Saints got up and beat Tampa Bay, who was a playoff team last year. Okay, so the Saints didn't just beat y'all this week, which was tough too, and y'all are on track to potentially be one. They beat two playoff teams in the last 2 weeks. But again, to Durante's point earlier, it's an in-division game. When you're in the division, any kind of craziness can happen. You could have two. You could have a team that you beat twice in the regular season. They say it's difficult to beat a team 3 times in a season, meaning the playoffs being the third win. Cowboys go 13-3. I know it's Dallas Cowboys bad example because we always fold like cheap chairs. Don't worry about that. Just go with me. Giants scrape by and get in. Giants send us home. Go on to eventually play one Tom Brady, beat him in a Super Bowl. Okay, weird stuff happens in divisions. It doesn't make sense. I know those were 2 teams that didn't make the playoffs, but I'm just saying the Saints. I don't want you to feel bad about it because they are, as Durante said, they are an NFL team, and them in division games, you get up for them. So that's why I say, like, I'm not saying the Eagles are going to lose the Commanders, and I'm not saying the Commanders are going to beat them, but if the Commanders manage to do it, I wouldn't be surprised because it's a division game. So it's weird stuff happens with those. But on paper, yes, they should beat them.
We're gonna slide on to the next game. The Rams dispatched the Lions 41-34. Yeah. I ain't really got much to say about that game, but the Lions are not as mighty as they once were. But for the people in fantasy, they still did the job for the fantasy people. The Lions players definitely still did the job you need them to do. In the comeback of a lifetime, as Brent mentioned earlier, the Seahawks ruined my man's comeback party as the Seahawks beat the Colts 18-16. But I mean, even within that game itself, Phillip Rivers was 18 for 27, 120 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So, but I mean, he was out here in these streets. So I mean, he proved that, hey man, the old man still got a little something in his arm, I guess, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Well, they gotta get him some better cleats. They said that the man had to get the cleats out the display. He had to put on the cleats out the display to get that man some shoes, because I seen that man fall down. And listen, one thing for sure, Phillip Rivers got the mind, and he might still have the arm. You can't have that man falling no kind of way, whether they hitting him or he falling on his own.
Apparently, they only sacked him 1 time. I didn't watch that game, didn't see anything from that game, but they said they only sacked him 1 time, so there's that. But yeah, that was
he fell 1 time, Wes, unmolested. He took a he took. I can't make this up. He took a snap. He took a snap, and he tried to hit the drop. He tried to hit his drop back. And he got to about the 3rd step and lost his foot. And I don't know if there's old cleats.
Well, did he get back up, or was that the 1 sack?
No, he got back up. Nobody touched it. Was he got back up? But
okay, I'm just curious because I know he had the 1 sack. I'm not sure if somebody touched it, if that was the sack or not.
No, the man fell his arm. Get that man some cleats, y'all.
Yeah, they probably should have spring for those. I mean, I guess they said we don't know how it's gonna work out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, Broncos took down the Packers in another game of the frigid and cold, I guess. But that was an interesting game. I ain't really got much to comment on it. Bo Nix was wheeling and dealing. Jordan Love was out here too, I guess. But at the end of the day, Broncos still putting in work. That defense is still doing decent. Packers lost Michael Parsons for the rest of the season with another ACL situation. Unfortunately, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that cold put it on these players yesterday. There's so many injuries. It's cold everywhere, and it's like everybody was just brittle and breaking, unfortunately.
It's not the cold though. It's just this turf, bro.
It's rough.
This shit they using to put on the ground. That's the fuck it is. Messing up people's legs, dog.
It's not great, but I mean, it just so happened to happen during this cold snap. Everybody was just yeah. It's not great.
Well, I wonder, is there something bigger at play here? Now, the reason I say that,
Durante's right about the turf now.
I know, I agree with that, but I think it's more complicated than that. Look at the NBA, for example. Look how many the same type of injury. They're indoors, so while they go outside, so what I'm saying is, this is a weird period of time where there's a lot of ACL injuries occurring across multiple sports. I'm not sure if it's I don't know if it's the design of the athletic wear. Now, to Durante's point, the turf obviously impacts NFL players, so that's true. And all of the injuries we've seen were in places where they were exposed outside, cold air is making contact with the ground. But
Mm-hmm.
when we go back and look at even earlier in the season with some of the other people that got injured in the NFL, it was warmer times. The ground wasn't quite as hard. We still seen some ACLs. And then you go, like I said, to the NBA, they're playing indoors on hardwood. We're seeing AC. Like it's just interesting to me that we've got all of these injuries occurring, in these different athletes playing different styles. Obviously, football's a full contact sport, and they're having similar injuries. So I'm not sure if it's the athletic wear that we're wearing that
I'll
is
tell you what it
impacting that.
is. I'll tell you
But
exactly what it is.
hmm,
The teams do not practice how they used to practice. They don't condition how they used to condition. And so they are not as weathered for this type of stuff. Like
hmm.
they don't do any of the stuff they used to do. They give them, and now granted, I mean I get it, treat people nice and all this stuff. But back when they was putting them boys to work and they were doing full pad practices and all these things and all this stuff and all these real practices and stuff in the NBA, like everybody was going hard out here in these streets. Hey man, I don't know. It says something about the old school versus the new school. Is all I'm saying. Because I mean, while some of these athletes are faster than they old school counterparts, not all of them are. Like we had some people with a lot of skill back in the day, and they weren't out here getting hurt like this, and they was out here doing wild moves and stuff too. So don't just say, well, grandpa didn't do this and grandpa didn't do that. Because you can say grandpa now, and that's something different versus grandpa back when we were saying grandpa. It's way different. Shoot. Grandpa at this point in time could be LeBron James. You know what I mean? Because the way, you know, we old now. So when you say grandpa, watch your mouth. That's the only thing I'm saying. Um, but yeah, it's just I feel like the condition is just different, man. And I really feel like that's a lot of it. I feel like that's a lot of it too. Maybe, possibly.
Hmm. Well, but I just wonder too, because I mean, not saying that I hate to say it like this, because all players, just because they're human beings, they all matter. So I don't want to say it
Oh
like this,
yeah, oh yeah.
but I had to say it's the prominence by which it's happening to the star athletes that I think is perplexing to me. Because to your point, Wes, while we don't do some of the things we used to do, like as far as like full contact practices and stuff and full pads and like in the NBA, some of the conditioning that they do there, I just also wonder your star players a lot of times are doing stuff in the offseason. They're investing in their bodies. Not all of them, but many are. Like a Patrick Mahomes, I'm quite confident. I don't know what he's investing. He's probably putting something into his upkeep and that sort of thing. Because at this point, for the last handful of years, this man has had, no offense to those guys, no receivers really to throw the ball to, and somehow managed last year to make a Super Bowl. I'm just saying, like, at some point, I get what you're saying about like the regular run of the mill players in these these leagues. But I'm curious about the start because I mean you can make a case. I know Hallie's probably taking care of himself. How much of that was them pushing him too hard during the second half of the season, right? Because we knew the leg was sore like most of the postseason.
I'm sure
We
they
didn't
they
know we was
take they take care of themselves, yes, but it's just not it's not the same.
okay,
It's not
okay.
the same. I feel like it's not the same as you doing like full
Or
speed
do
drills and everything else. You might be, doing all these things to take care of yourself. I'm not saying you're not doing that. I mean,
right.
but when you think about it, one thing we know for certain and one thing we know for sure, the old school players for sure didn't take care of themselves. These dudes, some of these dudes are smoking on the sidelines. Talking
Well,
about taking care of this.
hey, well maybe that's what they need. They need a little nicotine. They need a cold beer after the game. Hey, look, hey, if Mike was the goat, and Mike was back there popping them, that's a joke. It's a joke, but I'm just saying, like,
Hey, man, them dudes out here taking bourbon, whiskey, shoot, man, shoot, cigars, everything under the sun, man. I'm trying to tell
I,
you right now, them boys won't
I,
take care of themselves. They won't pay no trainers like that. They, shit.
I got it. I figured it out. Wes, you right. Durante, you right, and I'm gonna blend it all together. You know what it is? Back in the day, not talk the star players. They were mechanics that just happened to be star players. Go with me for a moment. Look at Mike. Take the gold off Mike. Put Mike in a blue button down shirt with his name on it. Say Michael. Okay. Mike looked like he got a cigarette behind his ear, and he got one in his mouth that's bopping as he talked to you. You know, he might have a cigar since he might have a little money. He's been in the business a while fixing cars. Okay. I'm just saying, if you think about it, right? Some of these dudes look like they were just working on, if they weren't skilled with the gifts that God gave them and their talent and their dedication, they look like dudes that work. What's happened now is we got guys that got real good skill. They may also have some God-given talent, but most of them look like they would be what you would call the atypical, right? Like you look at I'll give you a Josh Allen. Look at a Josh Allen versus a Tom Brady pre-plastic surgery on his face. No offense to Tom. Okay. Tom Brady, like he sell you tires and a car, and he might also sell you donuts too, all in the same spot. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, like maybe that's part of it. Like maybe the I'm not calling them this, but maybe the regular guys have kind of got pushed to the back, right? The regular everyday man pushed to the back. Now your cream of the crop that normally would be maybe the preppy boys, they got some skill. They done learn some things. They got some skill. They work on some things. They got some, you know, some God-given talent. And so now they running with it, but they ain't got the work ethic of Henry. Henry, listen, Henry gonna work on your truck. He gonna go hit these people for 60 minutes. He come back and finish the truck.
Well, Pat Bev definitely could be a mechanic, but I think he been getting hurt out here too. You know what I'm saying? And so about your boy Oscar the Grouch. He, you know, he definitely. He definitely can change a tire or 3, man. I'm just like, I'm just saying. I don't know their injury track records, but you know, some of these dudes definitely, you know, I'm just saying, and turn the engine to 3. But that's not a hit nor there. But I see what you're saying. It's an interesting take. But you know, shout out to all the athletes. Y'all definitely do a lot more than I do. But we just saying, when we look at it back in the day, I mean, you know. Dennis Rodman was out here, you know, out here strippers, cocaine, and everything else under the sun. And that, you know, when he got on that flow, it was business. Ain't that right, Durante?
Yeah. Serious business.
I'm just saying, my man was out here snorting cocaine out booty cheeks and then jumping on the floor. Dennis Rodman was out here in these streets, man. You know he was, Durante. He wasn't playing no game. Well, he's playing all the games.
No, he was. He won't play no games, but he was. He was, but he won't. You know what I mean?
Durante, what has your attention? Because Wes set up a perfect lob, and I was waiting on you to come through. Because
my fault. I was looking at something and then reading something. My bad. My brain is not here tonight. The way Wes be treating me.
Wes, tell that man where Dennis was snorting the coke from again.
I say he was snorting the cocaine out booty cheeks and stuff out in the strip club, man. You know what I mean? This is what he was doing out here with leopard hair and stuff. But once he got on that court, he was a menace. He came straight from the strip club now, and he might have still had. He still had.
He was a menace, all right. Motherfucker. The motherfucker was a menace, all right. I got out here. It's so much shit coming to my head.
Well, that's why.
How ironic. Just got an assy nose out here playing in the playing on the court and shit, man. That's crazy, dog. That's wild. I ain't never seen that before. My bad.
Oh shoot!
But a lot of them old dudes though, they was just out here in these streets, you know. And, you know, they get one come to the room, then go play the game. I'm just, you know, it's just the way of life.
Hey, you know what? Is that why Jimmy made it? Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey man, y'all leave that woman alone. You know, she local around here, the DC, you know, native stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Hey, all I know is that man said he was dribbling the ball in the room in Disney World. Now you tell me, listen, you could go to the court anytime in practice. They didn't lock the shoot around court out. You could. Why you dribbling in your room?
Look, man, he was out here being black like coffee. You know what I'm saying? He was out here in these streets.
Yeah. Dribbling something.
Yeah, he had to deliver a couple of espressos. You know, it's not here nor there though. You know, it's not here nor there.
I mean that was Pete Jimmy too, my man. Listen, Jimmy took them cats 6, bro. He took them 6. He said, listen, a healthy bra and a healthy AD with a KCP. He took them 6. If we could have found a way to stop KCP, we would have went 7.
Amen.
Yeah, for
Amen.
real.
All right, we got a
Denver
couple
was
more
seven.
wrap up before we get out this NFL conundrum here. All right, the 49ers took care of the Titans, and we ain't gonna talk about that. The Vikings dispatched the Cowboys. I don't know, Brad. You got anything you want to say about that? I don't think you really do.
Fire Matt, get rid of Kenneth Murray, and Lord, anytime you're ready for Jerry Jones, come get him.
I'll take it. And last but not least, the on Monday night, the Steelers knocked down the Dolphins, which I don't know why anybody thought there was going to be a different result. I don't know why these analysts out here drumming up stuff. We know them Dolphins do not play in the snow. I don't know why anybody said anything different was going to happen. I don't understand.
Well, they do and they don't, but that's not my business.
Look, that's a
They
whole
do,
nother
but they
that's a
hear
whole nother situation. Yeah, hey.
some teams. Some teams just ain't playing at all. But you know,
This man is diabolical.
Hey, Durante, I'm gonna quote you earlier. All NFL teams played unless they were on a bye week, and I don't think any of them were. So I don't know what you think about that.
what are you talking about?
I don't know. You tell me.
I was just saying.
You said some teams don't. I don't know what you mean by that. What teams are you referring to?
I'm not referring to NFL teams that are not playing.
Oh, which
That
ones?
just go out there and just put a jersey on. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know what to tell
Oh
you.
my.
I mean, that's interesting that you say that, but that's neither here nor there because
Well, hey, that's all. Hey, well, Wes,
only a
hey,
couple
Wes,
only a couple teams didn't score this weekend, and some other teams played those teams. But that's neither here nor there. And I was gonna leave that alone, but since you say things, I don't know why you say
I
these
didn't
things.
say anything. I didn't. No, I didn't say anything. I wasn't even talking about.
well, wait.
I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
hold on. Let me help both of y'all. All 32 teams put their jersey on. So
I
right
agree
now,
with
that's
you.
not. No, and that's what Durante said. Durante said, "Hey, they go out there, they put their jerseys on."
No,
Now,
he said
so
some teams didn't play. But anyways,
I
we're
tried to
gonna
help you, Durante.
yeah, no. He said what he
Hey,
said.
that wasn't. I fuck with Max Crosby. That's about it on that team. Kenny Pickett. I mean, we gave him a ring. You know what I mean, but other than that, I ain't talking about. I ain't necessarily. I'm just talking about teams that come out there and just are out there. That's a lot of teams out there. They might put up a score or two, but they just out there. You know what I mean? Most of those teams are practice teams. You know, I'm not saying we have any practice teams that we're going against, but I'm just saying that some people have went against practice teams. I know the Panthers played a practice team. The Saints actually have to play a practice team next week, so we're gonna see if the Saints does what they did to the Panthers. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Everybody
That's neither
see.
here nor there.
Yeah, everybody see what happens. You know, here's what any given Sunday what Brant gonna tell you, and you know.
I damn near said the same thing, but I'm like, I'm just real interested. You're saying, these are NFL teams. Like,
I mean, I don't necessarily always agree
well,
with Brand. I didn't say I agree with Brand. I just was quoting what Brand would tell you. I didn't. Don't jump. Don't.
Yeah, bro, yeah,
ladies and
Wes ain't
gentlemen, right
co-signing that
here.
because Wes said I live with delusions of grandeur. So he ain't gonna let me. Hey, he said I got delusions of grandeur about your team. He always tell me when I say, well, Wes, a lot got to go right, so I don't think it's gonna happen. I preface my statement with I don't think Wes is like, I'm here to
I said the
reassure
same
you.
thing.
I
I'm
was
here.
just here to reassure you, hey man, them Cowboys, it ain't fit to happen,
Hey,
brother. This path that they putting y'all on, it requires
so
a lot of things to go wrong, and ain't can't
hey,
that many
Durante,
things go wrong.
there are times there. I know for you it's different because your team is compared to my team. Your team is much more successful, right? So let's just go with this for a moment. Wes is at least trying to keep me sane and not become the Kool-Aid drinker, because he'd be like, don't do that. Now I can't help him when he get to hating in other places, but if you want to call that hating, at least as far as it pertains to my team, I'll take the realism because at least it helped keep me grounded. Hey, you know what?
That's
You're right.
all I be doing is giving the real, man. That's all I be doing.
Now,
This
your
nigga,
team is more
shut up.
successful
This
than
nigga tried to
mine.
give real. This nigga tried to give real all last year. Again, one more time. Somebody look at the beginning of the year. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna leave this alone until we figured it the fuck out. Somebody look at the beginning of last year, not this year, last year's season, and the argument just stayed the same until it couldn't no more, and it still is like this because I don't know. But anyway, other news. Go Wimby.
Hey, hey. First off, okay, Durante, I got to ask you a question. I asked Wes, and Wes gave me what you would call hateration. So I got to ask you.
Oh,
Okay,
what did I give you? I don't know what I gave you.
hold on. Durante,
I'm listening.
in a 7-game, let's say the playoffs happen
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
In a 7-game series,
I
Spurs,
know.
OKC, you might not can tell me who's going to win. How many games do we get in the series? I'll start with that first.
How many games we get in the series?
Yeah, so 7-game series is Spurs and
Spurs,
OKC. Yeah.
OKC.
How many games we get?
It's gonna be tight. I say 6.
Okay, he says 6. I said it might go 7. Wes, what did you tell me?
I don't recall. I'm being truthful. I don't recall what I said. What did I say?
Wes said they ain't got no shot. He said don't let the cup game fool you. He said they might win one. He said
Oh no, yeah, I don't think I ever gave you a number. I just said they're not gonna win the series. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I don't think I gave you a number.
Wes, they going 7. They cannot win the series. They probably going 7.
I give it. The only reason I give
Hold real quick, Durante. Wes, actually, we didn't give a specific number, but you told me you were like they gonna beat them 3 times. That was your statement to me. They gonna beat them 3 times. I said they beat them the other night.
Oh well, yeah, they beat them the other night. Yes, they did. But
you can't. But I'm gonna say this for NBA, and it's the same thing of any type of sport. Once playoffs come is when I'm really worried about it. I think OKC's experience is going to get them. That's why I said 6. It's gonna be close most of those 6 games, but OKC will pull it out.
So, Brent, here's the thing.
Maybe
the way OKC has been playing, I mean, other than obviously that cup game was different, but like they be sitting their stars by the fourth quarter, man. Them boys ain't even got miles on their legs right now because they sit them in the fourth. They ain't even playing them. Shoot, and Wemby got to stay healthy, number one. But
well, I gave you that the other day. I said women need to be healthy, but okay.
Yeah, Wemby, yeah, for sure.
And then Wes told me, Wes said, hey, well, I live with your one-man game. You want to beat me by one man?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that. And I told him, I said, so what? So can they start doubling Wemby? Because I asked him, I said, is Chet going to stop Wemby? No. Is Isaiah, if Wemby's healthy, is Isaiah going to stop Wemby? No. You're going to need to send 2. So I said, so De'Aaron Fox ain't going to get off? He ain't going to score no points? He not going to be able to find the Rocket.
Hey, man, look. You saw OKC was playing them. They at one point they had Caruso on Wembanyama. They like, yeah, whatever. They're like, yeah, we get the rest of these boys. Caruso, go handle that. So they only but so concerned about Wemby. You saw how they played it. In all actuality, they could have won that. They still could have won that game. But like I said, the Spurs did take them and make them have to use all 4 quarters, and they still lost. But that's okay. They don't need that trophy when they're gonna try and go ahead on and get the main trophy here at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
I can see.
I know you don't want repeats, and you don't like repeats, and you don't want to see it, but them boys on track for it. I'm just here to let you know. It's gonna take a lot to take them down. You might need Scott Foster. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you. That might be the decider right there. Who the refs?
Well, I don't know. I tell you what to take them down. I'm gonna say this, and I'll be interested to see at the end of the season if this comes to fruition. I'm not saying that they won't run it back. They could. What's going to defeat them is cold shooting nights. If they do because think about it. Right now, they're playing at a clip similar to the way Golden State used to play. If you really think about it, the ball movement is better because they make passes faster. So there's not you don't have a lot of gimmicky things because they don't have to. Shea doesn't do what Steph does. Steph has to do a lot of things because of the way the defense is set up for him. But if you think about it, it's a quick. They just don't have the laws, right? They coach better, so they don't have the laws that the Golden State Warriors sometimes get into and then have to climb back in the second half. They just do their work early and just keep up the momentum. If they get cold from 3, Shea can get you a mid-range bucket. I'll give you that.
All them can though.
They're gonna create their own shots, Wes. Not take Shea out. Okay. These others are gonna create mid-range shots. Because again, from 3, you cold now. So that means we gotta work you 15, 20. They gonna all just hit open shots.
You telling me that Chet can't come in there? You telling me that Hartenstein can't come in there? You know Caruso gonna fly in there. And Jalen Williams, he nice too. So
Caruso gonna dive in that motherfucker.
But hold on, but they're not open, Wes. These are so you're in a half court set now. These aren't open because you from 3. That's where they live at. They pass the ball on the perimeter. You're not that's not working now. So you have to adjust, right? You're adjusting in order to not lose this game, right? So okay, if you have a cold shooting night, you're gonna have to step in now. You can create some open shots, sure.
You see that goofy herky jerky shot that Hardenstein be putting up? That thing go in. I don't know how it go in.
Hold on. I'm here to tell you. I also seen it not go in New York. It won't take much. Don't let. I mean all due respect. All due respect to my man's. He's a champ. They can never take that from him. I seen this man not perform up to snuff in New York. Now you can say it was a Tibbs thing. You can say it was the change of scenery, the system he's in, the better players around him, whatever you want to make. I seen this dude turn back. I've seen Chet be timid at times and not, or he ain't timid. He shoot a shot. He just ain't got the shot. Now he ain't got the rhythm. Now your point is they got a lot of stars. So if 1 or 2 guys off, they can still survive and maintain. And there's gonna come a night where they're all off. And one thing this team hasn't seen yet, they haven't seen the adversity of what happens when none of us can buy a bucket. When Shea can't go and
I think they have. What do you mean? We seen it.
Prior to when did we see it, Wes? Let me hear this answer so I can come up with another statement.
Last season.
He said, "Let me hear this answer so I can come up with another one."
Last year, okay, Wes. I'm talking about, but you said this season is different. They on a tirade, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is this, Wes. They seen it last year. That's different. It's different once you had a title of champ. The target is on your back. Right now, they riding high. They're steamrolling teams. Cool. I just wonder what happens when the road start to get tough. It ain't got tough for them yet. They lost 1. They ain't worried about that. They still are like what? Like 27, 28, and 2?
Sound about right. The nice thing about this is that, versus a lot of teams, they seem like an actual team. Like they seem to actually rock with each other and host each other up. So that counts for something too. So, we'll see. But
we shall see.
I want the Lakers to be the champs. Whew. You're looking like maybe a little rough. Looking like might be a little rough.
You think?
Yeah, I'm just saying, it might be a little rough. The Lakers need a 5 and a possible. I don't know, man.
Either that or it's gonna be Braun for Lou Dort. I don't know.
Oh Lord. Well, with that being said, what was Greg talking about earlier? Oh God. Greg mentioned that Captain D's was closing earlier on that closed on Timberlake. So now y'all telling me I gotta go to Long John's because I ain't even got Captain D's to fall back on. This is disrespectful. So I don't know, Brent, man. I'm gonna have to,
Wes.
Huh?
Wes.
Yes.
Wes. What did you just say? I want you to say that full sentence one more time.
So Gregory put in the chat earlier. He said, I don't know if you like Captain D's on Timberlake, but I hear that they have closed their doors permanently. And I said, well, now that just means I gotta frequent the Long John's a little bit more because I can't even get my fish.
Stop. Motherfucker, shut up. You ain't about to go and act like you have a second option. That is your first option. So why are you even worried about them?
Hey, sometimes I rotate the Captain D's in there too. Sometimes, you got to get the other fish.
This is why your neck is wandering in Ohio. You can't keep doing this shit. You can't keep doing this shit, bro.
Hey, Mary said, Wes, you act like you upset about having to go to Long John Silver's. I mean, I ain't gonna complain for so much, but I did like a little Captain D's every once in a while. They got some options there. But I guess that's what happened when they try to turn into a chicken place, call themselves Chicken D's or whatever. They was grasping for straws.
The amount of slander, Wes.
I was talking about Wawa earlier. Taco Bell got better chicken tenders than the Wawa. Continue, Brand. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
I know.
I
Go ahead. Go ahead. My fault.
no go Durante, go.
You don't know what to say. No, I mean the Wawa. Do you not like Wawa at all, or you that's just the
Bruh,
main
Oh,
thing?
you missed
they some hot
Mm.
garbage. We talked about it earlier. You missed it. I tried the tenders, a couple sandwiches, and it was all just disappointment.
Okay, Brant, what do you think
about the Wawa. Well,
about Wawa? Period.
okay. So I've
Hey, I
been in
go there
Wawa.
too.
I haven't done the made to
What'd you
order,
say?
so that's the only thing.
Mayor said go to Harbor Inn. I was like, I'll go there too.
Harbor and Fire, but keep it going.
Well, they
They
holding on
actually
to
are real, by the way. They're actually
yeah, yeah.
a restaurant. They actually like sell freshly cooked and not shit that's been frozen for 19 fucking days and then sent over to keep it going. Anyway, Wawa.
I haven't had the made to order, so I haven't experienced that yet. But Wes might have colored me. I told Wes we need to try another location because Durante, I know you haven't been what we call home normally in a little bit, like that. To be here on a day to day. So listen, the new place. Okay, I went in it. First time it looked pristine. It looked new. I went on vacation. I was only on vacation a week. I come back. I go to the store the other day. I told Wes it looked like the store had been there for a couple of years when I went in there. I went in there at night. It wasn't that late. It was maybe about 10 o'clock. Okay. And it might have been
I'm telling you,
Wednesday or a Thursday night, bro. So I'm like, I looked through the parking lot. I said, third, is one person getting gas. I walk in the store. I'm the only car parked up. There's another car, but the person's getting that leaving. The other cars seem parked away, so that's probably staff. I walk in the store. There's only one other customer other than me. I see 7 employees. There's a lady cleaning. I don't know what she was cleaning, but she should have cleaned the door glass because the door glass is like somebody had did like a child and smeared stuff all over it. But that's neither here nor there. I was like, I looked and I was like, yeah, I seen them doing some random stuff in the kitchen. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do any MTO tonight. I'm gonna just get my little snacks and my drinks and get out the store. But I told Wes, maybe we need to try another Wawa location because he ordered it from the spot near me, and it was lackluster. I told him maybe we go to an established store to be all right. I seen one in Florida, Durante, real quick. I seen one in Florida. It looked amazing. It smelled amazing. It looked like they had real food in there that you could eat.
When I say this, me and Wes talked about this when you were on the show. We sat here and said when Lynchburg gets certain fucking places, it goes right down the pipe. Like, don't know who, what, or who they hiring, or if they doing it on purpose, but it just never fails. It
Well,
never
we
fails.
gonna
I'm
get a
telling you,
second
Wawa
Wawa
Jackson.
down off Gray's Mill.
And
So
and where's the location? In what city?
Lynchburg. It's gonna be in Lynchburg proper. So
Okay, so it's gonna be what?
it's gonna be in Lynchburg proper because the other one's not.
The other one's technically that's technically Rustburg County.
I know.
Well,
Campbell County.
yes, Campbell
Is that
County.
what
Yes,
it's
it
saying?
is. That's why
Yeah.
he said it like
Okay.
that. He's slighting my little town. Don't slight my town, Wes. We
I'm
don't listen.
just saying this one might be worse because it's gonna be in
But
Lynchburg
you gotta
proper. Go to Durante's theory.
But y'all gotta understand, bro. Y'all gotta understand, man. When
Nah,
y'all
it's gonna be better,
when
Wes.
y'all
It's
look
gonna
at
be better.
when y'all look at Wes, this man's picky about things,
Oh well, yeah.
and maybe it's not
Right.
as bad.
Oh,
maybe it's not.
Hey, I told
'cause Wes
everybody,
taste
hey,
buds,
go try. Y'all report back to me.
Wes taste buds, and everybody else's taste buds. Well, you and Mary both got the same taste buds, but
Yeah.
sophisticated taste buds probably understand the difference. But y'all, I can't even hate because y'all are chicken tender connoisseurs. Y'all might actually be right on this, but the Wawa out here in the world of everywhere else other than the Berg are fine.
That bread was
They're-
awful. That bread was awful, man. I had a cheesesteak. The steak and
Why would
cheese,
Wawa get a cheese?
the steak and cheese I got from your former place of employment was better.
Which one?
The one that used to serve pizzas and stuff.
Oh yeah, bro.
I know you said it's a steak and cheese. It's not a cheese steak. It was still better than what they got, but because you was in heavily on their defense. But man, I'm trying to tell you, these people serve me solid onions and stuff, man.
I'm gonna stand for the place I fucking work at. Like, what do you mean? You would stand heavily on, if somebody came and said, "Hey, do I pick this service or that service?" and you gonna say y'all's. If you say you don't, I know a couple people call. I know a couple people
I'll tell them why. I'll tell them why they should get our service. But if they say, well, okay, I tried it and I didn't like it, but tell me why. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess it didn't work out for you. Maybe I can do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say for the record, I recuse myself from this conversation.
On my phone.
No, I recuse. Listen, because if they bring him in, I got to go too. I recuse myself from this situation. I plead the fifth. I ain't saying. Listen, I don't know what he said. I ain't no snitch. I also don't have an opinion on it. You are my provider at home, so I can't talk about you because you turn my stuff off. So
I love my stuff, man. I don't know what shoes, man. My stuff be flying. So I mean, anybody that have a problem with it? No, but I tell you one thing for sure. You might not like the service, but the support you get from it is grade A1. Tell you that right now.
That is world class. Yeah. That is world class.
Tell you that right now.
It depends on who you talk to. If you talk to him, you're gonna think you're on the fucking radio. Y'all know now. Y'all gonna think y'all 7.5. The fuck? Oh no.
Hey,
102 jams.
Listen. You call him. He had fellas. Don't let your wife call. He have her, your daughter. Listen.
I still remember. I ain't gonna go too deep, but
I don't know nothing about what y'all speak of, man. I just be doing my job.
Hey, when you save a call whole purpose, and was like, listen to this. I said, hold the fuck on.
It was sent to me. I didn't save it to me.
I was ignorant in my own. That man put the people on hold. I was there at my little desk. I wasn't minding my business. I was in his. I said, hey, what she say now? I wanted to know.
All I heard was, yeah, such and such and such. Oh, hi. I was like, whoa, what?
They was saying, I know that. She went and got the phone. She said, "Listen, I got to let my daughter." And then they started asking my man some other questions. I said, "My man on a different level than us."
If anybody want to hear, I'm gonna give you a number to call. I was playing, dog. But yeah, keep us there.
We don't do that.
Yeah,
and then he said that tomorrow I'm getting something on my desk. Wes, if I get a message tomorrow, can I call such and such? I'm coming. I'm looking for you. I told you I told you earlier we the same person. I'm coming to look for you.
I mean, I'll be there for part of the day tomorrow. I just won't be there for all of it.
Because it'll be my luck. Give so and so a call.
I need to speak with these two people. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Call this number. No, but keep it that. I think I don't know. People have this argument about Sheets, Wawa.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
PA. I don't know if you've ever been to PA, but there's a place called it's not Roosters, it's Rooters. It's just like Wawa Sheets. I swear they the best to me.
Bro, I tell you right now, Wawa can take itself back to PA, back to Wawa PA where it came from. They can stay there. Stay there right now.
But think about this. Think about this. All right. Watch this. Hold on.
Let me tell you something.
I can't win.
Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you later.
I can't win. But we had this conversation. Steak and Shake out here hits so different,
bro. Steak
and Shake in Lynchburg. Who was back there and why? And why y'all run out of stuff? Like it just makes no sense to me,
bro.
No, seriously.
Listen, right there, you got some story.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're right there. How you a new place and you're already infested with mice? Somebody explain that to me.
Wes sat here. I don't know what side he is on YouTube, but this nigga sat here. Wes sat here and was like, he said he went to the drive-thru, and they said, "Yeah, we out of what? Cheese and milk." Nigga, there's a Kroger right here.
Meredith said, "You're gonna get married in Roosters, bro. You're gonna get married in a Rooster."
Oh, talking about Roosters is Rooters. It's called Rooters. It's a gas station / Just like Wawa in PA.
That's all right. So Durante, let me tell you the chicken real quick. Then we're gonna get on the probably. The chicken
No,
tenders
respect
were
it.
floppy, bro.
What they have you eating?
I don't know, man.
I ain't
And
never seen
Microwave
chicken
I
tenders
food.
used
fried.
I used one of your statements earlier.
Don't worry
I
about it.
tried a chicken cheesesteak and I was like, maybe they served me squirrel knuckles. I don't know, man. But
Yeah,
it
I
was
wrote it
some
down.
type of minced something that's supposed to have been chicken. It was supposed to have been Chipotle chicken cheesesteak. And that was the wording, Chipotle chicken cheesesteak. And I ain't taste nothing Chipotle. I did the chicken had no flavor, no taste, no nothing.
I'm telling you, bro.
No pepper, no
It's
salt, no
it's gotta
nothing.
be. It's not. I'm telling you, Wawa is a lot better than that. I'm.
Well,
I'm. I
the
don't
bread
know
was
who. I
tough.
don't know who in there. I'm, bro. Because Brandon's vouching. Wawa is a lot better than
Bro,
Them.
they
I don't
served
know.
me up some bad chopped up, minced up rotisserie chicken from 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It may have been
They
Thanksgiving. I don't
treating
know.
VA. They treating VA like the
Oh,
redhead stepchild. Like they treat VA like they treat the casino down there in Danville. Like,
That's part of VA too, bro.
but no, I'm just saying that's how they treating it. Like they like we ain't worried about it. Like
Oh, but yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't happy. That's how we started the show. That's how we end the show. Hey, once again, this is nothing against Wawa. I'm not saying that you shouldn't try Wawa. I'm saying you should, but then report back your findings to me,
please do.
especially Meredith. Go ahead on when next time you go get your coffee, just get a 3-piece chicken tender and let me know how it is. Let me know if my assessment was proper. Let me know if it was floppy. Let me know if it tasted like the air fryer tenders that you can get at the frozen food section. Um,
yeah, that's probably what it is. Somebody
So,
back that line.
oh, and Durante, let me give you a quick rundown before we close it out because I know we're about to close the show. I just want to recap for the folks that did join us late. So, to Wes's statements earlier, the steak had no flavor. Durante, this is the most diabolical part of it. He said the bread didn't catch it, even though he's not a bread person. It didn't even catch the flavor of the steak. The steak was dry. And then finally, the steak had raw onions on it. They cut white raw onions. They weren't translucent. They weren't caramelized. They were just white diced onions, like you put on a hot dog. The chicken was squirrel nuggets, as you heard him say
but they
earlier.
weren't diced. They were slivers. They were slivers. They weren't diced.
Oh, they were slivers. Okay, so I was
But they
correcting
were
my
raw.
original image.
Yeah, they're
They were
100%.
raw. They
100%.
were
I mean,
raw.
I get it.
I don't.
No, all right. Some people, I think I don't mind onions anyway, but I get what you're saying. Like I'm saying, Wes, I get why
No, no,
you
I
are
hear you.
upset,
I hear you. I
but
hear you.
I
I hear
like
you.
raw onions, but I'd rather have them sauteed for a steak and
Cheesesteak.
cheese. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Steak
yeah.
and cheese, Lakers and five. I don't fucking know at this
I
point.
wish.
But
I hope. I hope.
Spurs and
You
five.
know,
I don't
well,
want that.
they'd be 5 in the first round, and they heck, depending on who they get, they could be 5 in the second round. If the conference championship gonna catch them again.
but yeah. Brand was giving me a synopsis. Yeah, it won't. The steak and the cheesesteak won't grade. Just and neither one of them
Wes,
were. I can say I got the
Wes,
same.
man,
I sampled it,
just try,
man.
just try the fries.
I don't even think fries were an option on DoorDash. I DoorDash this by the way. I don't even think fries were an option,
Man, that's why you gotta go in there and get that thing fresh. They send the DoorDash.
bro.
They don't care about
No,
y'all.
no,
They
one
like,
no
man,
traffic because 29 was
you
shut down. One
ashy
no
as hell,
traffic.
huh?
It came straight here. It got here quickly because one no traffic
Oh,
because there was a tanker
what
that
on
turned
traffic?
over. So if 29 was on fire.
Damn, for real. Hey, yo,
Yeah.
what y'all got
Yeah.
going on down there, bro? Damn.
I don't listen. To yet, Durante, I have yet to understand how the tanker and the car collided and the tanker flipped. But yeah, we had a propane tanker flip, like a little smaller one. And of course, when it flipped, it exploded. There was a fire. They called probably everybody in the 50-mile square radius. All the fire
Had
units
to.
responded. Had to, but they managed to contain the fire, which was good. But then they had to let the gas burn out. So we had that on Saturday. I heard all of the sirens. I mean, sirens were going off forever. Simultaneous to me, I told Wes that the food got scared. It heard all that was happening. It said, Wawa was like, this place might be about to blow up. We in a gas station. If it blow up down there, it ain't too far from us.
Hey, just sell the stuff. That's what they was doing. They said get rid of the shit just in case.
Right.
Sell the shit. Just
Maybe that's
throw it
why-
out there.
Man, she was looking distressed when I went in there. I didn't. I went a couple days before, but maybe they knew that the trouble was coming. They said, you know what? We tried. Oh no, just sell all this stuff.
Last thing, and it made me think about it. Have you tried the tenders from Rural Farms?
Yes.
How you like those?
I like the spicy ones better than the regular ones.
Finally, we got some. That's why I'm like, again, it just depends, bro. It just depends, dog. I don't know. I still think a lot of stuff that comes in Lynchburg or the surrounding areas just don't last unless
but now I will say restaurant. This. I think I like the ones. I think I like the ones out in Bedford more than I like the ones in Rustburg.
Yes.
Anyway. Yes.
That one in Bedford. Yes. You got. Yeah. When I used to stop there on the way back from the road, like it was a grandma in there doing her thing with that shit. I was like, there it is. That's what I need, because them young folk going back there doing it.
Yeah, they hooked me up pretty good. The one in Bedford. When I was coming back. I was coming back from somewhere. I don't remember. I was coming back from. I was coming back from somewhere, and I stopped by there, and
he knew where he was coming back from. Don't let y'all know.
Yeah, it was. I was.
He don't remember her name, but he dropped off.
But anyways, but yeah, I tried stuff there. It was better than I think the one in Rustburg. But yeah. Do you like the spice ones better than the regular ones? I like the spice ones, definitely. Tenders better than this. Also, Royal Farms tenders, whether it's the spicy or the regular ones, also better than the Wawa, in my opinion.
I believe it. You like cheese tenders?
Yeah, they better than the Wawa too. Everybody better than the Wawa, bro. I told Brent earlier, I can go to Burger King and get their chicken nuggets, and they better than the Wawa, bro.
You're not about to eat Burger King chicken nuggets and be cool.
Yeah, I am. Over the
Wawa, you out here eating Komodo dragon knees. Like, they ain't no fucking way you are here just happily eating Burger King nuggets. Right, and I fuck with Burger King. Some people don't, but I don't mind Burger King.
Hey, you know what I mean? I do, and then Wendy's. I mean, not Wendy's, but Pizza Hut. They Wing Street, their boneless wings, all day of the week. I don't care what you say.
No, they hit too.
Anything the Wawa got going.
Wendy's nuggets.
Wendy's nuggets, Wendy's tenders. I don't care. You know,
Wendy's tenders are actually, them jobs are actually pretty good. Yep.
I ain't like I say, I ain't found too many places. Actually, I ain't found any places that got worse tenders than what Wawa served me the other day.
Well, Durante, I'm gonna just tell you, Durante, and then we had two things for Meredith to read. Well, actually three.
Nope. Well, we're gonna leave that one alone. We ain't gonna talk about that no more.
But fair enough. Well, first there also was a fire at school boards up.
Yeah. She's just scored. Yeah, that was there.
Yeah. So we got a lot of fires happening in the city. What's wrong with our town? I don't know. And then you say anything for BK is trash, hot garbage. Now I'm gonna say this.
Hey.
I told Wes earlier, BK is selling banquet tenders, banquet nuggets.
Hey, Brent, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, I don't know if do you remember the tenders that they used to serve at the banquet tender? Hey, you remember the tenders they used to serve at the Burger King back in the day?
Bro, them tenders,
them tenders that they used to have back in the day, boy. I used to like them.
I need somebody to go back in time. All right. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Number one, this winter is not the same winter that I used to play in the snow in. Number one, we're gonna get that out of the way. Number two, back to the food. I need somebody to go back in time and find a cafeteria recipe for whatever tenders they had or chicken nuggets they had.
Oh,
because them just was hidden. I don't care what nobody say. Those are the chicken nuggets back. Like,
yes,
those chicken nuggets. Something different. Yes. I don't give a fuck.
In the cafeteria? Oh, nah, them things.
I don't know what. Hold on, Durante, stop.
You went to a city school. You went to a city school.
They don't understand. They don't understand. Durante, sometimes if you had a couple extra dollars, you'll buy an extra set of nuggets because they was that good. You was like, I got some nuggets for now. I got some nuggets for later.
So they when they served us nuggets, I think they served us nuggets with a roll and mashed potatoes. I never understood that.
We had a roll of mashed potatoes too, and the mashed potatoes smack, the gravy smack. the bread smack, all that
Y'all
stuff.
had
We
gravy.
had.
I don't think we had gravy.
We had gravy. We had brown gravy. We didn't have no fly by night. We had real brown gravy. It might have come out of can. I tell you what though, it didn't taste like it came out of can.
I don't care what nobody say, bro. That was a different type of but yeah, some people's taste buds is weird. I'm telling you,
Hey,
yo,
hey,
y'all, I don't
hey,
know.
hey, hey. Let us live. Let us live. We out here.
You and Mayor, y'all taste buds. Y'all don't know what the fuck be happening.
I don't disagree with. I disagree with her about Burger King because that Bacon King is okay with me.
Now, I have been to some Burger
Now,
Kings where it's
oh,
like,
go ahead.
oh my fault. I have been to some Burger King, and it depends on where you at. The one right there, by you.
Yeah,
No, what's
Memorial.
that? What am I tripping? Yeah, Memorial. I could not get that name. Yeah, Memorial. I don't know who. It depends on what day you go in, or it
Bro.
depends on what time because they ain't hit. But the one over on Timberlake is actually good.
So I'll say this: Burger King over the years have gone through transitions. I don't know why they did
Just
this.
like Pizza Hut, just like all these
Like
restaurants.
Wendy's, yeah, like all of them.
Like
Wendy's
always
Wendy's
takes its
ain't
name.
lost it. Yeah,
What? Nah,
Wendy's
they
ain't
bump
lost it
that. The
yet.
fries, their fresh cut fries they had before with the sea salt. The like so not the first ones when we were still in the yellow boxes, but the step up for the first time we hit the red box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Them fries were A1. They don't touch McDonald's
These
fries, but
fries,
like
yeah.
but theirs is closest to what you could do at home yourself. Like them fries used to smack. I had Wendy's the other day. I was like, I felt bad. Like the burger was still hidden, but I was like, bruh, I miss the old fries. I know it's an old people thing. I feel like I'm getting. I miss the old fries. They were better.
But back to Burger King, they changed their Whoppers at one point in time. I want to say between the 2010s and um
Ooh,
no, you ain't young no more, man. Just gonna leave that alone. That's not a
oh,
kid no good.
He said you
Um,
ain't yeah, hell no.
no,
oh, should have.
once you get past that 5, you in the right area of oldness. You ain't young no more. But anyways,
You
Bro,
got
what's
you still hold on, Wes. I got you one
you
better than
said
that.
that shit so
You still
silly.
your birth. You still got a 19 in it. Have a seat with us.
but
Come sit down.
what
What
was I
is going
saying?
on with my shit? Hold
Oh
on.
yeah. They changed their Whopper between the 2010s and something, and then the Whopper used to taste nasty and terrible. But Durante is gone. But
No,
he's
I'm right
around
here.
for
I'm
a
right
minute.
here. My fault.
But yeah, they switched back, and I feel like the Whopper's better now. Man, maybe give it a try. Go and get you a little Bacon King in your life, and let me know what you think. I think it's okay. Also, get you some the jalapeno bites. They okay too. I think. Yeah, they're pretty decent. But anyway, that's enough of restaurant placement for the night. Maybe next week we'll get more into these nuggets and things that they talking about at they prospective schools. Because yeah,
You know,
um,
it would be fitting to discuss the Nuggets on Christmas Tuesday. I'm not mad at that.
we'll look into that. I hope y'all like the little organization of the show tonight. It was a little disorganized, but it's some of that's my fault. Cause yeah, but I knew we were gonna run through the sports, and I knew we were gonna be a while, and then I knew we were gonna talk about this food situation and the tragicness of Hey, the chicken fries at Burger King are very good. I like their chicken fries as well. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead
They
on and
they the same person, Durante. They the same person.
I'm telling you, they're the
Meredith,
same.
hold on,
Same
Meredith. Have you been puppeteering Wesley from the inside? Like, are we gonna open him up like Men in Black? It's gonna
hey,
be like a little you
hey,
sitting in a chair.
we don't always agree, but we agree on some stuff. We agree on a couple things, a few things in between. Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get on up out this thing for the night. All right. We'll do the big dog real quick. Hey, y'all go ahead on and check out the big dog. He is in limbo. I figure he might be here tonight because the Eagles managed to win again. So I thought he might be here, but he is still MIA on us this evening. But shout out to actually I think he's MIA because I don't think he has a way to connect because I think he has found a way to break his phone for the 85th time. Actually, now I think about it. Yeah.
That boy on fire with breaking his
Uh,
phone.
I don't know how he treat his phones, but he don't treat them well. They deserve better. But anywho's,
You
uh,
stupid.
Oh my god.
You stupid. You
oh
stupid.
my God, man, if that is that, with my pearls at the clutch. Oh my goodness,
Meredith,
what
you've
you
been there.
mean?
You've been there, Meredith. I
You,
mean, you might
you,
not agree on y'all are there together.
hey, Durante, your girl shooting shots tonight, boy. I tell you what. She said, I don't want to be in the category of agreeing on food likes with West. I don't know why she don't.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, it's a psychological thing. Meredith, let's assume, and I know you don't, but let's just for a moment, let's play pretend. Let's assume that you both did like all the same. You only felt offended because we highlighted the absurdity, no offense, Wes, the absurdity
No,
of some of
offense. Fuck
Wesley's
that.
choices. So the fact
Offense,
that
Wes.
we highlighted for him, it highlights it for you. And so what you would deem as normal and what Wesley unfortunately deems as normal, we would
Hey,
say is abnormal behavior. Now, I'm not saying we're right and y'all are wrong, or vice versa. What I'm saying is it is our perspective on our individual choices. But you feel like it's a slight because you and Wesley more closely aligned. Well, you're just weird to us, but to Wesley, you are a regular person. And at the end of the day, as long as a couple people think you're regular, that's really all you need in your life.
shots fired. I love it. All right, well, at least somebody thinks I'm somewhat regular, even though you don't always agree with what I like and what I don't like. I guess Long John's is one of those things, but that's okay. As long as we agree on everything else outside of Long John's, it's all right, and it's okay. You don't want to be in that boat, that's fine. But it's other great options that we do agree on. Anywho's, shop the big dog, get your hoodie and all those good things.
He ain't got
Uh,
these no more, but still shop big dogs only. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
These
yeah.
the old.
That's the old
I still
school.
need my yeah. As long as he's been gone, he owe me ball. He owe us some shit. He owe us some shit.
Hey, but y'all,
Brant
y'all,
talks, Brant talks like he's typing a corporate email. To be honest, though, this is why people love Brant because he sounds so corporate. It's the white side of him. Y'all be safe.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. My
He's
man
still
said I
more.
can't
He's
code.
still more nigga.
He said I can't code switch. He said I can't code switch. That's tough. That's tough.
I
That's
said
tough.
you could. No, that's me saying you can. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
No, you said that's me on my regular. So me on my regular means
I said that's Brand's white side.
yeah, but he always with me. But he just like the nigga always here too. It's cool though. We in here together. We in here together, and it's great because I get to talk trash about the white people when it's stupid. I also get to look at my own culture and be like, what the blankety blanket y'all doing? It's great because you can analyze both sides of the stuff we do right. Hey, we doing these things right. Let's work together, y'all. That's all I know.
yeah,
Hey yo, you got a code switch, bro. We'll talk about TikTok, bro. I'm gonna get into that because I actually,
well, actually, TikTok is not up because I was having some login technical difficulties. It is not working.
well, look, y'all gotta learn how to code switch, yo. I got told this was last week sometime. I didn't tell the story. I just kind of let it go. But dude, who was in my class, his new hire. This is the first time you meet your trainer, and the first thing you say to him because you get comfortable was
Was this a
like,
black dude?
and
Oh,
like,
I know where this is going. All right, come on with it,
because
Dante. Mm,
because it's a mixed company,
Mm-hmm.
this
but
gonna be
the
nothing. I know where this is
one
going.
of my supervisors, she is short, feisty white girl, but knows her shit. She came in and she can do both, but then our general manager, our field manager was in there. Now, certain stuff I don't say around them because again, got code switch, gotta be professional. So I was in there talking, normal me, everybody's cool. As soon as he walked in, I'm like, hey, so how you doing? Blah blah blah. Respect. So we sent him on break. Man was like, "Dad, you switched up real quick, huh?" I was like, "What you just say to me?" Like that, but like I was really like frustrated. I was like, "What the fuck you saying to me like that?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just saying. It just seemed kind of weird. You was up here and down so as soon as somebody walk in, but it's cool. I get it. I get it. You gotta play the part, like that. You ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about it. This is what I'm saying. But people stay and black people, y'all, mind you, it's not trying to fess up to the white man or whatever people say like to say. I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm just doing my job and just keeping it professional. If y'all can't understand the difference, this type of work ain't for you. Just work at your restaurants and be a janitor, whatever you want. But maybe working at offices ain't for you. You know what I mean? And it irked me. I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's why West said he knew where it was going.
I'm
But
you
yeah,
know I'm working on TikTok.
apparently
Right
I lose my black card because I code switch and just keep it professional with people.
Well, hey, well, Wes, now I'm gonna mess with you so you can laugh. And then
Mhm.
Devontae, I do want to touch this before we close out because you brought up an excellent point. And I know we're trying to close the show, but it is something good to talk about. Maybe we have to flesh it out a bit better next week. Mariner said it'd only be her and us over there on TikTok, but that's not the thing. She did say that in the chat, but I wanted to get that up because that was pretty fun. I said, "Dang, man, Mariner shot all us tonight. Dang, man, you have to
I don't know what's wrong with her, bro. I think it's because this girl was pissed off on Sunday about the Panthers winning. Because I hit her up like because she was like, fuck, blah blah blah, man. And then my text I was saying it's just football. But what I was trying to say was it's the NFL. But I texted her, she was like, "You be mad too." I was like, "Okay, all right, wait a minute, hold on." But that's what I was trying to say. Like, no, it's just the NFL. You never know how it's gonna go. You go and beat the Rams, and that's it. Here's the Saints. Like, it's the NFL. That's what I meant to say. But anyway, go ahead, Brad. My fault.
Oh, no, you good. I think to your point, Durante, and for people that feel that way, like if you're the type of person that feel like people can't like, to me, it's no different in a way than me speaking Spanish, and I do that a little bit. I'm trying to learn a little French because I might be going over there next year. We shall see.
There's gonna be some niggas in Paris.
It might be okay, but like I'm gonna go and speak a completely different word. It's not, it's a different word with similar meaning, so I'm conveying the same expressions, but it's not gonna be a word that you would understand. I know that people try to feel like in the call, okay, you like you said, competent. No. It's a talent in a way to be able to talk on a level that you might feel is that, but it's, hey, I have the words if I need the words to use them, right? I'm always a real quote Kendrick, if we're gonna play the real nigga challenge, I'm always a real nigga. Now, I don't have to move like a real nigga all the time. He in there, but I ain't gotta be there at all times, right? But if it pop off and it gotta be that, then it'll be that. But listen, I ain't gotta always come out there like that. That's just like if you get like, okay, you a tough guy, right? You might pack a little heat on you, but if you think your hands is tough, right? You start with your hands. If you immediately go to the metal, you was already weak from the jump, right? So you ain't that guy. You ain't okay. And listen, some of us ain't that guy. That's cool. But we can't short other people because they got more skill than us. That's hating the player. You gotta hate the game because you ain't in it.
Simple.
While y'all was talking about being real, I did get TikTok working. So that is actually
hey, yo, what is wrong? I am concerned. I don't know what's going on, but she really say ain't but nobody but me and y'all. Well, share the damn TikTok then. Pump. The fuck?
It be other people over there too. They don't be saying nothing. Or they're just gonna be showing up, but I be seeing them. Anywho,
Meredith getting loose because them kids about to go home for the winter break, so she getting loose. She about to have a little time on her hands.
Well, shoot, turn up. But anyway, y'all need to check out Gifted Hands and see what Brandon Holly got going on. The holidays are quickly approaching. Last minute gift things, y'all better work on it right now. But I'll let Brandon talk about that. Talk to the people.
Hey man, listen, get your events planned, get your custom decor created, get your charcuteries. We're working on a charcuterie now. It's a charcuterie that I think is going to be nice. We have some cookie butter cheese, but check out her Instagram for more information on that. And if you're interested, let us know what we can do to help make your holiday dreams become a reality. We also already have some events on the docket for 2026. So even past the holiday season, if you have something that you need a little assistance with, an event you want to plan, please reach out to us. Our calendars are wide open right now, but I promise you they won't stay that way. 2025 was a super busy year for me. I was glad to get a little lull at the end to catch my breath and figure out what up is and down is and my name again. But now that I've done that, we're ready to go back to the grind. So definitely let us know what we can do to help you out.
Y'all be sure to check out Gifted Hands. Scan that QR code on the screen. Brand said they got cookie. What'd you say? Cookie? What butter? What?
They got cookie butter cheese. I'll tell you about it later. We'll talk about it later.
I don't think I
Cookie
want
butter
that.
cheese out this motherfucker. Hey yo, hey, talk to me.
That sounds like a clash of a lot of different things. But
Well,
anyway,
I don't know till I try the cheese,
Hey,
but we'll talk about it
yeah,
later.
you have to
I
let me
don't
know.
know.
You have to let me know what you think about that. That sounds. But
I
hey,
don't.
shout out to the folks that be on the bougie side. They want the cookie butter cheese with the
I
garlic
don't know
herb
what's
and all the
gotten into
things.
this girl, bro.
Well, hold
What
on.
is
Ain't no
wrong
cookie
with you?
butter and ain't no cookie butter and no garlic mixing. What's
I
wrong
know.
with
I
you?
just said that sound like some of the bougie folks who want. I want the garlic herb with my cookie butter
Ooh,
cheese.
Wes, you just catching all kinds of strays. TikTok gonna be interesting tonight. Let's hurry and wrap this show.
Oh, I saw that part. That's a fact. I thought about that. Anyway, hey, Durante, man, what you want to tell the people?
Hey, look, y'all be safe.
I gotta create you a graphic. I work on that.
You said what?
I just taught myself, just thinking out loud. I gotta create a graphic because I'm for you.
What do you mean?
Just we're here to explain in a minute. I got you. We'll tell you in a minute, Durante. Go.
Y'all be safe. Stay. I literally can't stand y'all. Stay in your lane.
I love you,
But
Durante. It's okay, buddy. I'll tell you in a minute.
it just I know. All right, stay in your lane. Stay safe out here. And just because it's wintertime, hydrate. Also, just because it's wintertime does not mean you ain't sweating. Still, wash your ass. All right, wash your
Hey,
ass.
and
Brush your teeth.
because of the job that Durante be doing, don't always stay in your lane. If you see blinking lights, slow down and move over. That's just a thing.
Water smooth. I'm not mad at that. Hey, yeah. Hey, stop it. Stop. All right. When you see stop, stop. Don't run.
And
No,
hey,
y'all
listen.
be
And if
good.
you don't know how to
Have a good
read,
week.
ask somebody how to read the word stop, because maybe that's the part of the problem.
You can't
Or
read that.
learn your
Hey,
learn your shapes. Learn your shapes. You
Look,
can't
look, look,
read.
look, 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 look,
Cool.
look, 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 look,
Look, it's
hold on, hold
octagon.
on. No. If you can't do
8
that,
sides.
you don't need to be driving. You need to go and get off. I don't even know how you say
Motherfucker say, hey, yo, hey, just get out the car and walk.
yeah. You don't even need a bike. You don't need a scooter. You got to use your feet, and then you probably need somebody to walk with you on that too. If you can't read them signs, that's a terrible situation right there, bro. I tell you what. You living wrong. You living wrong at that point. Anyway, hey yo, this been the Experts About Nothing podcast. Hey, y'all like, share, subscribe, and do all those things. Yeah, please help us out, share with your friends, and tell them about us. We be cracking up and cutting up. So tell them come join the family conversation. Anyway, this has been the Experts About Nothing podcast, and we out.